everyone. Our conference is about to begin. May I request everyone to please stop. S for silent, T for think, O for observe, and P for plan. Once again, good morning, everyone. Let us connect, cooperate, and collaborate from the College of Business and Public Administration of EARIST. This is your moderator, Melody R. Okuyin from the College of Business and Public Administration, majoring in Marketing Management.
Together with Ms. Sakoin, I am Bayareka A. Fernandez, a student from the College of Business and Public Administration, majoring in Human Resource Department Management. On behalf of the school administrators, faculty, and staff, headed by our beloved Dean of College in Business and Public Administration, Dr. Willie O. Gapasin, I am extending our warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to our EARIST CBPA Research Colloquium 2022 with the theme, Evolving Together with a Digital Shift, Moving Ahead to New Normal, a colloquium that will guide us to digital writing and publishing academic research. To start with this conference, the 1987 Constitution, the preamble says that we, the sovereign Filipino people, implore the aid of Almighty God. In order to build a just and humane society, please let us be one in prayer as we begin this activity of the CBPA 76 Foundation Colloquium.
Brothers and sisters, let us put ourselves into the holy presence of God as we begin these academic undertakings by praying the prayer of Saint Thomas Aquinas. Prayer before study. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Creator of all things, true source of light and wisdom, origin of all being, graciously let ray of your light penetrate the darkness of our understanding. Take from us the double darkness in which we have been born, and obscurity of sin and ignorance. Give us a keen understanding, a retentive memory, and ability to grasp things correctly and fundamentally. Grant us the talent of being exact in our explanations and the ability to express ourselves with thoroughness and charm. Point out the beginning, direct the progress, and help in the completion. We ask this through Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen. And may the Almighty God bless us, the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Sa our guest speaker, to the administration, staff, and faculty, and to our host, the College of Business and Public Administration, headed by Dr. Willie O. Gapasin. Good day. I want us all to be reminded of the very heart and soul of our dear institute, its foundations, the vision that we strive for, the mission that we take up every single day, the goals that we pursue, and our objectives that lead us to these goals. EARIST is envisioned to be a center of excellence in trades, business, arts and science, and technology education. Our mission is to turn out vocationally, technically, technologically, and scientifically trained graduates who will become economically productive, self-sufficient, effective, responsible, and disciplined citizens of the Philippines. Our goals is to provide professional, scientific, technological, technical, and vocational instruction and training in trades, business, arts, sciences, and technology, and for special purposes promote research, advanced studies, and progressive leaderships. Our objectives is strive for academic excellence in instruction, research, extension, and production through accreditation. Provide appropriate and continuing faculty and staff development programs. Provide and maintain appropriate technologies, instructional facilities, materials, and equipment. Produce quality graduates who are globally competitive to man the needs of business and industry. And attain university status through unity, solidarity, and teamwork. Thank you so much.
Mission, goals, and objectives, I am taking everyone for your cooperation. May I request those who are in live Facebook or YouTube, please use hashtag CBPA Colloquium 2022, hashtag CBPA 76, and hashtag CBPA as one in your comments, pictures, and status. Hi there, everyone. Now, may I call on Dr. Aguida V. Cabreras, our research coordinator, for her opening remarks. Let us give her virtual applause.
Good morning to our dearest Dean, Dr. Willie O. Gapasin, my co-faculty, all presenters, and to our visitors as panelists in this event. Research has various definitions, and according to the author, Palispis 2004, research plays a very significant role in a higher education. Despite being confronted with various problems, higher education has achieved a number of developments, and research effort account for this development. Frankly, I really hate research before even on my dissertation stage, and as a professor requirements every year. But according to the definition, it plays an important role in a higher education for us an educator. One day, our dean talked to me and convinced me to hold the position of research coordinator of our college. But I cannot accept because I really don't want, and I know it is very hard. After a year, our dean convincing me again. I want to say no again, but I realize why take this opportunity as challenge to me. And in short, I accept this position as part of our college research coordinator. Then last year, EARIST Research Department requested to hold the institutional colloquium to be sponsored by the College of Business and Public Administration, and me as a chairman. I told to myself, kaloka naman, sinusubok talaga ako. But I really want to appreciate the full support of our dean and of course my friend, Professor Ronald Doroteo. Di po nila ako pinabayaan hanggang sa huli ng laban. And it was a successful event sponsored by our college. Thank you very much, Dean, for being my mentor. And now I realize if we can share to our institution the challenging research colloquium, why not give a chance to our student in our college to show and share the best in writing, best research, as well as to show their best in oral presentation. In this way, we can build the confidence of our students in the field of research and business plan presentation for the program of entrepreneurship management. And as a part of a 76th CBPA anniversary, we will now start the first research colloquium for our college with a team involving together with the digital shift moving ahead to the new normal. Okay, to all presenters, good luck and God bless us to all. Thank you very much.
Wonderful piece, Dr. Cabreras. Thank you so much for that wonderful words. As we continue this program, may I call on the very hardworking guidance coordinator of the CBPA, Professor Ronald F. Doroteo, to introduce the resource speaker for this morning. Virtual applause, everyone, please.
And hope to you, my dear students and fellow faculty of the College of Business and Public Administration. It is my honor and great privilege to introduce to you our guest speaker for today. She is a licensed professional teacher and a 2-week certified ESL instructor, and she graduated with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education, major in English, from the prestigious school of the Philippine Normal University. She started her career as a business English instructor at an ESL company in Makati before she moved in the academy where she handled English and research classes for senior high school students. Moreover, she has also participated in several research defense presentations as a research panelist and a grammarian. At present, she is currently working as an English teacher at the Progressive Montessori School while taking her master's degree at Philippine Normal University. Let's give a round of applause to our guest speaker for this morning, no other than Miss Isabel Bernadette Cabreros, LPT.
Speaker, Ms. Isabel Bernadette D. Cabreros, ma'am, please have the virtual floor. Ladies and gentlemen, a round virtual applause.
Guide to digital writing and publishing a research. All right, so before I begin, wait, sorry. Okay, so I think my screen is seen already. All right, let's continue. So for today, as I've mentioned, we'll talk about a guide to digital writing and publishing a research. So for this presentation, I would like to start with a question that everyone has asked already about research, which is, what is research? It's the most common question before starting a research class for us educators, before introducing the subject or the content, the curriculum of our subject to our students. And to students, I think your professors have asked these questions as well, this question as well, before introducing their subject to you. All right, so for today, let me define first what a research is, and then let us proceed with our presentation. Okay, sorry, the slides aren't moving, so please wait. Here. Okay. All right, so according to the Google Dictionary, can you see my screen? Is it there on screen? Okay, that's good. So according to the Google Dictionary, research as a noun, it means the systematic investigation and study of materials and sources in order to establish facts and reach new conclusions. And as a verb, it means to investigate systematically. Now, given these two definitions, I would like you to think of what research is really for you. So if you'll be asked a question, what do you think of? The first word that comes into your mind when you hear the word research, what's that? Okay, and let's answer this question. Let's all go to menti.com. Okay, and answer these questions. So as an educator or a student, I think we have students here. How would you describe the word research? So I would like to see your answers in Menti. You may go to menti.com and enter that code. And let's wait for your answers on screen.
I'm sorry, can we get the code again? It's there. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. So there are no right and wrong answers. If it's just a subject for you, then write their subject. Or if what comes into your mind is survey, then you may type in survey and then submit it. You can submit multiple answers, and don't worry, your identity will remain anonymous. So if you're concerned about your professors maybe seeing your answers, don't worry, they won't. Okay, and here in our Menti, I think, yeah, we already have the answer. Subject, seeking answers. Yes, that's good. That's a good answer. What else? Okay, we have answers. If you have the same answer as someone, it's okay. You may type the same answer. Okay, so now we have information, gathering information, collecting data. Okay, and we have 8 people who answered already. So again, don't worry, your identities will remain anonymous. Can you see the answers on screen? Is it there?
Yes, ma'am, we can see the answers.
All right. Okay, and we have gathering information, facts, information. Okay, seems like we all have different ideas of what research is. Okay, how about the others? May I see your answers? All right, and as I have mentioned from earlier, there are no right or wrong answers. Now, these answers that we have on screen, this only shows how knowledgeable we are in terms of research. So it shows that in one way or another, even though for some, they dread the subject, for some of us, we're not really into it, we still know something about it. So we have here new answers, development. We also have growth. That is a good answer. So we develop our writing skills, we develop our critical thinking skills. Even for some who aren't into math, you develop your statistical analysis skills. So that's good. Okay, so let's go back to our previous slide. All right, here. So we have this, and I'll show you the Menti later on. We'll go back to that one later. For now, we've answered, or you're already able to describe what research is for you. Okay? Even in 1 or 2 words, you're able to do that. So again, that shows that you have an idea about what it is really, even though maybe you're not into it or you don't like it in reality. Okay, but that's research. Okay, what we talked about, what you answered there, what you wrote there in the Menti is for research. But for today, we are going to talk about digital research. Okay, so when we say digital research, I think for some of us, it's something new. And when we hear something new, we automatically think that because it's new, it has to be different from the previous one, or the process of doing it should be different from the process on how we did the previous one. The previous one being a face-to-face research. Okay, so for instance, during face-to-face, pre-pandemic, before the pandemic, the research process would be for us to go to school, enroll the class, for students, enroll the class, take the subject, identify a problem, come up with a title, identify your data gathering procedure, your statistical method, and then conclude your research. That's the normal process of a research. But now we're talking about digital research. It's new. So maybe some of us are thinking it has to be new. The process has to be new. And it's scary when we are introduced to something new. Because when we get too comfortable in doing something a certain way, that's the time that we get scared of trying something new. So this time we are doing things digitally already. By digitally, we mean online. The teaching setup is online. Your assignments for the students, your assignments are submitted online. For the professors, you check online, you grade online. You don't have test papers that you have in your hands and then check it with a ball pen. Okay, so this is the time wherein we are really transitioning into something digital, wherein we are making use of electronic materials, even though some of us may not be comfortable with it because of age, or let's say of our knowledge about the softwares that we have now. So going back to research, there is such thing as digital research. Now, this type of research involves the transformation of objects of scholarly interests. And I would like you to focus your attention on the different colored words on screen. So transformation of objects, electronic form, specialized, enhanced, or remote analysis, and creating electronic publications. So by this definition, we can actually understand that a digital research would need us to transform, to change, to modify something, and make it electronically accessible. That is the first way of transforming something and making it digital. It has to be electronically accessible. If you can't access it using the internet, then it's not digital. Because for it to be digitalized, it has to be there, published, or accessible online. All right, now we have here a digital project comprises, basically these are the 3 stages in research: planning, preparation, and production. So for your planning, you have your identification of title, identification of problem, identification of research questions. Okay, that's when you plan for your paper, your content. And then preparation, you prepare for the respondents, who your respondents will be. You prepare the data that you need. What kind of data is appropriate for this topic? Even the method. So what method is best suited to gather data for my topic? You prepare for those things. And then production. For production, we don't necessarily mean publication right away. So for production, you may produce your paper initially, perhaps for a research defense or for a presentation. Okay, and then we have here that goes into creating electronic publications. So meaning to say the end goal of digital research is electronic publication, to make it published or to publish it electronically and make it accessible digitally. If you are not doing, or if your process involves something that removes the digital part, then that's not digital research anymore. Okay, so what do I mean by removes a digital part? Meaning to say, in your preparation, you should have made use of something or methods that were done online. okay, or methods of data collection that were done online and not in face-to-face transactions, because if it were different, then it's not digital anymore. Okay, so we will discuss more of that later on. But when I was preparing for my presentation, and then I came up with, well, not me, I read this definition, by the way. This is from the Google Dictionary as well. I thought, if it's not possible to use materials that are not electronically published, or to use methods that are not doable online, is there such thing as digital methods, digital research methods? Okay, that brought me to this question. Is there such thing as digital research methods? Then I thought of research methods, and then data collection methods. And then I even asked my friend who's writing her own research right now, and some colleagues who are also teaching research. I asked my friend, who gave me the answer I'll share to you today. She said, when we get so comfortable, we get scared of changing things. Which leads us to her answer this: we are so used to what we already know that modifying it becomes questionable for us. Okay, so going back to my initial discussion on the process of research, we already know how it's done. You are to enroll the class and then create your research. And then the end goal for that is to come up with a research paper or a book containing your thesis. Okay, but again, my question was, is there such thing, a method, something that you can do digitally with regards to the research methods? And then she said this. Okay, she told me, she was actually the one who told me that something new is scary. Okay, digital research has been there. I would like to emphasize that. Digital research has been there even before the pandemic started. It's just that we have not explored it as much as we are exploring it now, because before we have the means to visit other people, we have the means to invite other people over, invite them for interview, invite them to answer a survey questionnaire. So I remember when I was still teaching as a senior high school teacher in a school in Malacanang, someone texted me and he invited me to go to a specific school in QC so that I could answer a survey, because they cannot send the survey because it's printed in paper. Okay, so before, doing this digitally, it was a question for us. Before, our means of survey, when we say survey, is to create a survey questionnaire, print it, and then disseminate it to your respondents. Okay, we have never thought of creating it through Google Forms and then sending it through email and then just waiting for your respondent to answer. All right, so again, it's something that's already been there. It's just that we are so used to the process that we already know that we never thought it's possible. Okay, but now, because of the pandemic, and I'm not saying that the pandemic is good, but maybe this is one of the good effects of it, we're already exploring digital research. Okay, we already know that, oh, we can do online surveys. We don't have to invite people over. We don't have to go to their schools or their homes just to answer a survey. Or we don't have to meet in a restaurant for an interview. Okay, before these things, we would never even have thought of these. We won't even think that it's appropriate for a research data gathering procedure, because we're so concerned about bias, about validity, about confidentiality. But look at us now. We're already doing it. Okay, so it means we could have done it before. It's just that we are boxed into the process that we knew. And now we're exploring this. Okay, so I would like to present this slide to you. This one is, it's wordy. So these are the data collection methods we know, paired with their digital research methods. So first we have participant observation. We can still do this via group call. But with regards to participant observation via group call, we should consider factors like noise. Okay, we're not removing the stimuli of our respondents because they may be exposed to different stimuli that the other respondents aren't exposed to. So for example, noise. Let's say you're observing businessman, how they move, how they start their days. You're observing it via group call. You got their you got their permission to do it, so they're participating, they're there on screen. But then one businessman A, his neighbor is noisy. Okay, so he keeps on throwing things, he keeps on frowning, he keeps on he looks like he's disoriented and disorganized. But businessman B and the other businessmans, they don't have that kind of stimulus in their environment. Okay, so when you are doing observation via group call, again, there may be some things present in one respondent's environment that aren't in the others. So you also have to consider that. Okay, and then for surveys, I mentioned we now have online surveys. So you can simply send a survey form, ask your participant to send it back to you after answering, or just send a Google form wherein their responses will automatically be encoded. Interviews, we now have online interviews. We meet in a group call via Messenger or Google Meet or Zoom. It's possible before we invite people or we go to their places for the purpose of documentation. But now we can also document. We print screen, we screenshot, we have a copy of like a minutes of the interview. If it's like, if the topic and everything there were written, the things that you talked about, you're able to take note of it. So that may also serve as documentation regarding the interview. And then for experiments or focus groups. So focus group discussions, this may be done online too. So again, Google Meet, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and other platforms. And then you have your experiments. Now you can do the monitoring online. So let's say you have a research partner. For the experiment, you got the control group, and then your research partner got the other group, the group that the group that you two will be experimenting on. So you can exchange data online. You can monitor the changes in the control group and that one that your partner has, and write it, discuss it online. So that's still done digitally. Okay, or you watch online experiments and then you compare it to a similar experiment that you're doing or that you did already. Okay, and then data analysis or archival study, we can do this. We can do study of materials found online. Okay, so as you can see, these data collection methods that we thought aren't possible to do online before, or even if some of us were doing this online pre-pandemic, well, if that's the case, then that's good for you. But some of us, again, before, we would have never thought of doing this online. Okay, because of the process of research that we already know back then. Okay, now let's move on to the next slide. All right, so these are 3 questions from my friend because I went through this slide with her, and then she asked, I had her permission to share this to you. She was writing her research paper. She is a social science teacher. So her research paper is about the economy back in the 1970s compared to our economy now during the 2020s. So she asked me, what if I need a newspaper article? What if I don't need a method, a data collection method? What if I just need an article for my RRL? Okay, what if I did those already, those methods, and I'm concerned with my material? Okay, so how do I find credible sources online? Okay, for finding credible sources online, we've been doing this even back then for our RRLs. But her main question was with newspaper articles. So first question, what if I need an article from a newspaper? So I told her you can go to the newspaper's website because perhaps they publish their articles there. And then she asked me the second question. What if the article I need is not available in the newspaper's website? And then I told her, email the company, the newspaper company, and maybe they can give you a copy of it. And then she asked, what if the newspaper is non-existent now? So I said, what do you mean non-existent? So what she means is that it's closed. The company, the newspaper company closed. It's non-existent now at present. Okay, so because of those questions, I researched and I found something from Google and something that we have as a database. This is from UP Diliman. Now, from Google, I encourage you because actually I am a fan of Google. I like exploring Google. There are a lot of things in Google that we don't know exists there. So if you have time, you can explore Google. And what's good is that the resources, the things that we have in Google are all free. Okay, so the first material, first source, if you, let's say, also need, if you also need a resource involving newspapers or newspaper articles, you can go to this site from Google. Okay, where is it? All right, here are the two links. So the first is from Google News. Google News, actually, what we know about it is that it's basically Google giving us news. That's it. Just Google giving us news. But what we don't know is it's possible to have this. Okay, so this is from the first link in my presentation. So here we have all newspapers that are partnered with Google. Of course, the news from Google would have to come from somewhere. And these are all newspapers partnered with Google that allowed Google to share news online from their newspaper. So as long as they're partnered with Google, you can access their newspaper here. Okay, so let's say, for example, the Aberdeen Times. Okay, so as you can see, you can access materials, issues here digitally from year 1968. And in the years that no editions are available, you can see it on screen, no editions available. Okay, so if you need, let's say, an issue from the year 1989, so we have the following issues from the year 1989. So you just have to click it. Okay, click it, and then you may zoom it if you want to. You'll see all the pages in that specific issue. Okay, and it's not like any other resource page wherein you have to pay. After 1 to 3 pages, you already have to pay to read the entire material. Here, you can read all the pages of that specific issue that you chose. Okay, so this is again just from Google News. It's free. You don't have to pay for anything. Or if you are concerned or if you want to find something that is from a Philippine newspaper. Okay, so from a Philippine newspaper, we may make use of the second link in my presentation earlier, which is this. This is called IPN Online. What's different from this site is that unlike the site for the newspapers in Google News, here, the digital copy, you would have to email UP Diliman and request for it. Or you would have to go there and access the copy in their library. But this is like a search engine wherein you can search for the material, the newspaper that you need, okay, or an article from a specific newspaper. Now, how do we do this? We choose all the words so that all words or all articles with that word will appear. Okay, if you want to find titles or titles with the word that you'll type here, then choose title. So for example, let's have pandemic and then search. So let's have any newspaper. But if you want, you can also choose from the selection here in the drop down. So let's say you already know that it's from the Manila Bulletin. So choose Manila Bulletin. Okay, but here let's use any newspaper and then title pandemic. So all newspaper articles with the word pandemic in their title will appear. Okay, so search, and here below, here are the titles with the word pandemic in them. So here, this is from Manila Bulletin. The others from Philippine Star. So you're not only boxed to one newspaper if you choose any newspaper. Okay, but you chose title. But if you're going to ask me, I would recommend that you choose subject instead of title. So for subject, the difference is that this word that you typed in the box is the subject. So meaning to say the topic. So if the topic is pandemic and the word pandemic is not in the title, but it's the topic, that article will still appear. Okay, so going back to title, when we searched for this, there were only 474 records for the title. Okay, but when we chose subject, it changed dramatically from 474 to 954 because these are all news articles that are talking about pandemic, even without the word pandemic in their titles. Okay, so if you want to select one, you may choose view article details. Okay, and then now we have this. So we're prepared for COVID worst case scenario. We have the author, the newspaper name, the volume, the date, and the page, and the language that the article is written in. Okay, now if you want to go to UP Diliman, you can find it here in their main library serial section. If you want a digital copy, again, there's no digital copy available, but you may email the university and request for a digital copy. They give a digital copy, it's just, it needs to be requested first. Okay, they don't just give access to the digital copy right away. Okay, so you may email them and request for access. All right, so let's go back to our presentation slide. All right, this one. Okay, so those are two of the possible sources or digital sources if you need newspaper articles or news articles for your paper. Now, for your paper, you're not boxed into a research paper if it's digital research. It may be a case study or just a simple project, a simple research project that you have to write and produce online. So as long as, again, it's done digitally from planning to publication, it's considered as a digital project. Okay, now let's move on to this slide. We are now going to talk about the challenges in the utilization of digital research methods. Okay, so these are challenges. So meaning to say these are hindrances. These are probably the reasons why we've never thought of utilizing digital research methods or data collection methods in the past because of the following. So first, we have your sampling bias. Okay, so it's a challenge in, again, the utilization. When we say utilization, we are talking about the usage. okay, or the use of digital research methods. So by saying that it's a challenge, we mean to say that, again, this is a hindrance to it. So this is something that stops us from doing or applying the digital research methods. Okay, so again, first is sampling bias. We all know what a sample is and how to do sampling, and we all know what bias is. Okay, so creating or using digital research methods may lead to sampling bias. Okay, how is that possible? Of course, if it's done digitally, we can just distribute it right away. Okay, though that is actually a good thing, it's easy to distribute, it may also be distributed to respondents or to samples that may be considered as biased to our study. So our research then, if this happened, will not be objective anymore. Okay, so that's one challenge. So to avoid this, we have to make sure that when we are, let's say, disseminating questionnaires, or when we are considering respondents, even though it's easy to distribute, it's easy to reach out to people, we are still considering the objectivity of our paper. Okay. Next is the validity of data. So as I've mentioned, it's easy to distribute. So you can just distribute it to anyone. And no one will know that if your respondents are supposed to be 18 to 25 years old, you ask someone who's just 15 years old to answer that for the sake of having data. Okay, or sometimes you won't even know, because we all know, I'm not generalizing, but most of us, if there is a post in Facebook, for example, the details are already in the post, everything. And then someone in the comment section will ask, how? Where do I send the survey after submitting it? But then the survey is in Google Forms, so there's no need to send it. Okay, so sometimes our respondents don't read instructions. Sometimes if there is something to answer, they just answer and they don't read that this is only a part for, let's say, 16 to 18 years old, and then that respondent is 15 years old. Okay, so our data validity is also a part of the challenge, because we cannot tell the respondent, you're not from this age group, because we won't know that he or she answered. We'll just know after we receive the form or the submission. And of course, if you're someone who's doing a research, you're not someone who will actually check that one by one. You will, or if you have time, maybe you will. But for most, they just collate all data and then that's it, without double checking if the respondents are actually the required respondents. Okay, so again, I'm not generalizing, but this may be true to some. And then confidentiality. So it's difficult. Actually, confidentiality and data storage and security are two things that are related. It's difficult to ensure security when we are doing when we are researching digitally. It's difficult to ensure security to our respondents. If that's an interview, if that's a focus group discussion, if that's a survey, it's not 100% confidential, because sometimes they would have to input their emails. Sometimes, even if name is optional, the form won't be accessible without their emails. Or even if it is, sometimes we have to send it to them. So even though we won't identify who they are in our research paper, their identities, the confidentiality of their identity may still be unpromised. It may still be compromised, because when doing things online, we are going to number 5, not that secured. Okay, so there are hackers out there. There are people who, even though we are using our school's email address under the school domain, they can still hack it. So if that happens and your data is hacked, then of course the identity of your respondents will also be hacked. It will be accessible by them. So I'm not saying this will happen to everyone, but this is the reason why number 4 here and 5 are considered as challenges in our in using digital research methods or digital data collection methods. All right. Now, if we have challenges, we also have reasons why we should still utilize these methods. So we have 3. Okay, so first reason is convenience and cost. Again, before we have to travel, we have to go to places to answer surveys. We have to go to our respondents' homes or workplaces just so that we can interview them. Okay, so the convenience and the cost of interviewing, of surveying, of observing them. So that's already something or a reason why we should do a research digitally. We don't have to be mindful of the cost, or even if we do, it's just minimal compared to how much we'll spend if it were face-to-face. And then proximity of participants. So by proximity, we mean their distance from us. So if we are, let's say, from Manila, and then your respondents are from the provinces, and then you'll have a survey to people from the provinces. If it were face-to-face, you would go there. You would have to go there. But because we are doing it digitally, the proximity is not a question anymore. As long as they have an email address and an internet connection, then they can access your survey form. Okay, and then privacy. So again, I mentioned confidentiality and security, they may be compromised, but it's still a good reason to utilize digital research methods. Privacy is still a good reason. Okay, so it may be opposing to the last 2 challenges in the previous slide, these 2, but again, I'm not generalizing that we are going to be hacked. Okay, so the details, their answers will really remain private, and it will be stored in the drive, in the cloud, and only you and your members or group mates, if you are in group, or research partners can access that. Okay, unless someone leaks that. But it's also a good way to store the data. You don't have to print anymore, and it's private. Only you and your group mate can access it. Okay, but again, be mindful of the hackers. Be mindful of people who would request to access a data and would have the potential to leak it. Okay, there are others who are requesting for data. Let's say, I would like to request for my responses to your study because I did not, let's say, I did not do my work when I was in the office to answer the survey, and I need a proof, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so you cannot just give the data or the information about that because there's a potential that that person will leak it. Okay, and again, we're concerned also about confidentiality and storage and security. Okay, so though it may be private, there is still a potential harm. Okay, now we've been talking about your research methods. We've been talking about possible sources for newspaper articles, the challenges here, and the reasons why, despite the challenges, we should still continue doing this digitally. Okay, but let's now answer the questions. How do we publish research papers? Or is it possible to publish digital works? Is it better to publish a digital paper rather than a physical one? Right? So these are questions that we will answer. Now, so how do we publish research papers? Before, by publication, and even though digital research was not that explored as much as it's being explored now at present, it was not that explored before. Research publication is evident already. Digital publication has taken place before. Okay, but the act of doing an entire research digitally, that's something that only a few of the population were able to do. Okay, now how do we publish research papers? So again, we can publish it if it were face-to-face, or even until now, even if we are accessing everything online, you can go to a publication company, you can create a deal, and then publish your research. If you really think that your research is helpful for, let's say, your respondents, your institution, or you can go to your institution. If your research is really that good and it's helpful and it may help the institution that you're working for, the institution that you are studying in, then go and approach someone. Okay, because some institutions, they have their own digital libraries. So by digital libraries, it's a digital storage of books and researches that are actually organized. So it's like a digital database. Okay, so if you can't go to a company, if it's too much, the cost is too high, you can go to your institution. And is it easier to publish digital works? Now, with regards to research, I would like to emphasize that nothing is easy. If research for you is easy, then you might be doing it wrong because it's not supposed to be easy. Okay, so if for you, it's just research. I'm done within one night. I'm able to finish 5 pages in 1 hour, then there might be something wrong. If you're feeling the difficulty, if it's hard for you, then you're doing it right. But if it's easy for you, think again. Nothing is easy when it comes to research. Okay, so is it easier to publish digital works? It's not easy to publish digitally. It's not easy to publish physically or a tangible material. Okay, so I think if you are concerned about the cost, choose one. Okay, choose whether to publish it digitally because then you'll have to pay to publish your work. And if it's not a digital publication, you will still have to pay. So if you are concerned about the cost, choose one. If your concern is the readers, if your concern is the readers, will there be more readers of my work if it's digital? Or should I publish this as a thesis in a book hardbound form? And then you'll find it in bookstores, perhaps, if you're lucky to have your work like that. And for you, it is an easier way to reach your readers, then by all means do that. So if you're concerned about your readers and what's easier for them to access, I'd say digital. But if your readers are more into reading books, like tangible books, then of course, publish a physical one. Okay, and then is it better to publish a digital paper rather than a physical one? Now, with the technology that we have nowadays, it's better to publish digitally. I wouldn't lie. Okay, and there are also people who don't prefer to read books. As sad as it sounds, people who like to read books are getting less and less and less. Okay, I personally like to read books. I love reading books. But again, there are some who do not prefer reading books, regardless of the type, even if that's an academic material or a novel that you'll read for pleasure. I'd say that it's better to publish something digital. Okay, with regards to the technology. With regards to the environment, it would also be better to publish digitally. Okay, less woods, less trees to cut because there'll be less papers to use. Okay, or if you are concerned about your institution, let's say you would have to give a copy to your institution, then I'd say publish both. Give your institution both copies, let's say a digital one and the physical one, if they required, or ask your institution. So what do you prefer? Do we put this in our library that's there in the second floor, or do we publish this in our digital database? So whatever you have, whatever's accessible, whatever's preferred, then that's what you should give to your institution. Okay, so I hope those answers helped you or will help you in the future to decide whether to publish digitally or whether to publish a material output instead. All right, but if you are to publish digitally, where can you publish it? So publication companies, they sometimes have digital libraries. Sometimes only websites that are like Shopee and Lazada. So you just have to select a certain book and then choose buy now, add to cart, buy now, and then pay. Okay, but not really a site for reading. Okay, but there are sites wherein you can read, as I've mentioned, digital libraries. Now, you may have the following, or you may use the following. So these are some places where you can publish your digital project or digital research. Now, by digital project, I'm not boxing you to just digital research. By project, so as long again as it's created digitally from start to finish, that's something that we can call a digital project. Okay, so social media, you can publish there. Not a research paper, for instance, but let's say an infomercial, or if you created flyers, or if you are someone who is politically involved, campaign materials that you did digitally. Okay, so you can use the social media to publish your works, or if you want to spread awareness about COVID, so you created materials in Canva that are talking about COVID and the differences about the different variants. And then you may post that in social media to spread awareness. Okay, but for social media, yeah, I think a research paper won't be posted there, but maybe you can post or share about it in just a post like, I did my research and it's about, and because of that result, blah, 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 blah. So it's basically just an informal sharing of what you're able to do. But for the actual newspaper, you may have your school's library newspaper, sorry, digital research paper. You may have your school's library database if your school has one. So there are some schools that have library database, okay, or access to library databases. Okay, so if your school only has a library that is somewhere you can walk into and it's not accessible digitally, it's fine. You can still publish, though not through a library database. If it has a database, then that's good. You can just request. Or other library databases. So for this, you may choose from the following domains. You have .gov, .org/databases, or .edu. Be mindful of library databases that are just pretending to be databases. Okay, now I have these domains here because if your domain ends in .com and it claims to be a library database, don't believe it right away. It might not be legit. Okay, because .com is a free domain, meaning to say everyone who wants to create a website can create a website without paying for anything. As long as it ends in .com, it will be created. Okay, so without paying for anything. But if you are a member of the government, or if you are, let's say, accessing a library database from a state university, from a public university internationally, it may end in .gov. I think for libraries of state universities, I'm not sure if it's accessible now, but in PNU we have one, and I think it has .pnu.edu at the end. Okay, so yeah, be mindful of the library databases that you are using. Okay, so not everything is legit. So if it ends in these domains, then you are guaranteed 100% it's legit because these are paid domains. So by paid domains, meaning to say to create that site, they have to pay. And no one whose aim is to scam people would pay. The payment is not a one-time payment. As long as the website is ongoing, there is something that they'll pay. There is an amount that they'll pay. Okay, so no one would actually pay, let's say monthly or yearly just to scam people. So again, if these are the domains, you're sure that it's legit. And then this one, Journal of Digital Social Research. They have a call for papers at present, if I'm not mistaken. I found this because of my friend again who's doing her research paper in social science. So yeah, she gave me this. It might help, she says. There are call for papers. So if you are writing a research about social science or social research, you may access the link here and then maybe submit your paper. Okay. Also, you may publish your papers digitally if it's sponsored. So by sponsored, let's say you are a scholar for our students, you may request for sponsorships from your scholarship sponsors. Okay, or if let's say your sponsor is actually someone who knows people from companies that are publishing digital researches, then you may actually ask them. All right, so these are only some of the platforms, some of the platforms and online materials, online sites that you can access to be able to publish your research. But again, I would encourage you to start with your institution, especially for students. So it would feel good to look back or to visit your school again, and then you'll see your research paper there. Okay, so yeah, if you can publish it through your institution, then why not? Okay, so yeah, I think that ends my talk for today. That's just a simple guide to writing and publishing digitally. Okay, and if you are working on your research papers, if you are planning to publish digitally, publish a physical copy, again, it's up to you, but I wish you good luck in your papers. If you're working on it, if you're done with it, then that's good. For the presentations, if you still have presentations that are upcoming, good luck with that one. And remember what I said earlier, it's not supposed to be easy. Okay, so if you're doing it hard, if you're feeling the difficulty, be happy about the difficulty. Okay, because that is an assurance that you are doing it right. Okay, that whatever you're doing, it's right. Okay, so don't be afraid if it gets difficult. It's really meant to be difficult. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. Yes, I think that's the end of our discussion for today.
Thank you, Ms. Isabel Cabarros, for sharing us the guide to digital writing and publishing a research, the definition of research which students participate in giving or sharing the first thought once heard the word research. The digital research that means transformations of objects to digital or electronic materials. So other topics that are being tackled was the data collections, the digital research methods, publications of research papers, and where to publish digital research. So as well as the two Google links, the first link which we can access all newspapers for free, the second link which we can access informations from UP once we email them. So thank you, Mom. Once again, thank you, Miss Isabel Cabreros, for sharing us the beauty of virtuals and digital world. May I request you to please stay with us for the questions and answers. Now, I am opening the virtual floor for those who wish to ask, or you may comment at the chat box your questions. Maybe we could accommodate 3 to 5 questions only. Thank you. Any questions or clarifications, everyone? If none, or for further questions or concerns, you may email your questions at cbpa2022gmail.com.
Let us appreciate the great contribution of our resource speaker for this morning from her expertise that really adds to the success of our Congress. May I now call our overall chair for this event, Dr. Cabreros, to citate and present the virtual certificate.
Yes, to award the certificate of appreciation is awarded to Ms. Isabel Bernadette B. Cabreros for sharing his valuable knowledge and expertise as a resource speaker in the CBPA Research Colloquium with the topic Evolving Together with a Digital Shift, Moving Ahead to the New Normal. Given this 3rd March 2022 via virtual, signed by Dr. Willie O. Gapasin, Dean of College of Business and Public Administration. Okay, congratulations to Ms. Isabel Bernadette B. Cabreros. Yes, to award the certificate of appreciation is awarded to Ms. Isabel Bernadette B. Cabreros for sharing his valuable knowledge and expertise as a resource speaker in the CBPA Research Colloquium with the topic Evolving Together with a Digital Shift, Moving Ahead to the New Normal. Given this 3rd March 2022 via virtual, signed
for the opportunity, everyone. And I think you have a continuation of the program. I'm not that sure, but if you do, I am so sorry, but I would have to leave now because I also have a class to attend to. So again, thank you for the opportunity, and I hope to meet you all again in the future. Goodbye.
Hi, ma'am. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much.
On to the Research Congress proper as a continuation of yesterday's event. So, to inform everyone, these presentations were categorized by two categories, which are the business research and business plan. This is very exciting because the prize of the best in each category will receive a prize. It is also really significant and exciting hearing these two wonderful presentations for CBPA's first research colloquium. So, listen everyone as we discuss the criteria of judging for the business plan presentation and research. For achieving the best oral presenter, for achieving the best paper award in research, here are the corresponding percentages. New knowledge contribution is equivalent to 35%. Scientific style of writing is equivalent to 30%. Quality of references is 20%, and the grammar and originality is 15% with a total of 100%. In terms of best oral presenter, for achieving the best oral presenter in business plan presentations, here are the corresponding percentages. Content presentation is equivalent to 30%, the methodology is 20%, the presentation style is 30%, and the ability to show new result is 20%, with a total of 100%. But before we introduce our contestants, here are some reminders for the presenters. Number 1, check your audio, video status, and presentations. Number 2, open your camera during the presentation. And 3, introduction of names and titles of the study is highly discouraged, including the greetings. MRAD standard format is strictly implemented during the presentation as prescribed in your notice of acceptance with this prescribed time also. For the participants, please remain muted to avoid distractions. Please be guided accordingly. Thank you so much.
allow me to introduce the panelists of today's colloquium. First, she accomplished business management and marketing profession with more than 10 years experience in different industries, performing training and development, strategic planning, decision making, project management, marketing and business development, and customers relations. Background experience encompasses exemption work, ethics, and commitment to organizational goals and objectives. Currently a proactive professor, manager, and account associate with the ability to multitask, motivate others, and perform with minimal supervision. Contributed growth to St. Dominic College of Asia, Aureliano University, Triple One Consulting Incorporation, and Jollibee Food Corporation as previous employers. Let us give virtual applause to Professor Tony Crizel Nalam Agulto. Our second panelist was currently the University Registrar of Manila, Central University, and graduate school professor of the same institutions, research coordinator of the Botas Polytechnic College, lecturer of prestigious school, president of Grand Global Events Management, an organization that provides academic exchange of knowledge across industries. A graduate of Doctor of Business Administration at Polytechnic University of the Philippines, and business owner. Let us give virtual applause to Dr. Ivan Tolentino.
We all know that the food industry is not complete without dishes, drinks, and desserts, and we're all told how important it is. But what we're not told was how this food can be unique and how we can gain nutrients from it. Good day, this is Elika Rensacuña, and today we're going to report the business proposal of the 3D Gallery where you can find healthy food with a twist. The owners choose the 3D Gallery that stands for dishes, drinks, and desserts. And the gallery means we will take pictures of our customers and put it to our store to make it memorable. The business offers unique and delicious yet healthy products that have good benefits to our body because it consists of different nutrients. The business will be located at 340 Herbosay Street, Tondo, Manila, and it's perfect for our target customers because the location is surrounded by many people. The color red represents the attention-getting of location and passion. The color yellow indicates the happiness of our stores and customers. The color blue signifies the unity of each person in the company. The color green symbolizes the health consciousness of the product and it is associated. The 3D Gallery startup capital would be 140,000. And for the next aspect, let's hear it from Ms. Algin Jusana.
Thank you for that, Ms. Acuña. And now I am Algin Jusana reporting for the management aspects of the 3D Gallery. The 3D Gallery is a single proprietorship business that offers 3D, which is Gigi Siomai for dish, fruit drinks, while for desserts is chocolate pizza and veggie pizza. The 3D Gallery consists of 4 co-owners, namely Ms. Elika Rensacuña, who serves as our general manager, Ms. Angelica Almadina as our marketing head, and for the financial head is Ms. Algin Jusana, while for the production head will be managed by Ms. Melissa Punsalan. And now, for the next aspects, let's hear it from Ms. Almadin.
Thank you for that, Miss Jusana. I am Angelica Almadin, reporting the marketing aspect, our marketing mix, product, price, place, and promotion. Product, the 3D gallery, dish, dessert, and drinks provide products that have a nutrition and pure natural ingredients so that our customer will be satisfied. Price, the 3D gallery comes up into three pricing strategies, and those are cost-based pricing strategy, combos pricing strategy, and complete meal strategy. The place, the business is located at 314 Hermosa Street, Tondo, Manila. You can use tricycle or motor because it's far from Santa Cruz, Manila and Blooming Street. This place was applicable for many people. Promotion was have helped to promote our product. We can make a catalog or brochure and post it in the social media to inform our customer if we have sale. Our social network accounts and websites are those Facebook account, the 3D gallery, the Twitter, the 3D gallery, and the Instagram account is the 3D gallery. Our SWOT analysis is strength. All items and equipment was brand new. All ingredients was fresh. Located nearby malls and many people. Use social media accounts. Cheaper price, good quality. Weaknesses, new in the market. Small space for the customer. Expenditure exceeding money. Lack of manpower. Opportunities, growing interest in healthy and organic ingredients, acceptance of the internet customer, increasing attendance and future customer, huge place and many manpower, huge profit. Threats, natural ingredients have limited resources. We have limitation for the budgets, lack of human power, the inability to choose qualified employees. And our competitors, Dish, David Shomai, Drinks, Prutas, Dessert, Domino's Pizza. So that's all. Thank you. And for the next aspect, Ms. Punsalan will report it.
Thank you, Ms. Almadin. And I'm Melissa Punsalan, reporting for technical aspect. In technical aspect, there are internal and external perspective. Let's take a look first on the first layout, internal perspective. A memorable style that surely our customers will love, enjoy, and feel safe. And now for the next layout, which is external perspective. We choose the style that's perfectly clickable to millennials.
Again, I'm Audrey Jusana, reporting for the financial aspects of the 3D gallery. In calculation of the unit cost for each product, we added the 30% markup and 12% bought, in which total amount of 4.25 for GG Shomai, and we came up for 5 pesos for its selling price. For the drinks, the unit cost is 29.82 and we came up for 40 pesos for its selling price. For the chocolate pizza, the unit cost is 86.37. That's why we came up for 100 pesos for its selling price. For the veggie pizza, the unit cost is 81.21. That's why we came up for 95 pesos for its selling price. In the first year of our business, we projected the total amount of 1,575,360.
In this graph, it illustrates our 5-year sales projection, and it shows that in 5 years, our total projected sales will be increased into 2,835,648. And next, for our income statement, this graph illustrates that our total sales is 1,575,360 and the cost of goods sold is 720,829 and for the gross profit is 854,531 while for the operating expenses is 486,957 and for the net income is 275,680.1. And next, for our balance sheet, this graph shows that our liabilities is 91,893.50 while our total assets is balanced with total liabilities and owner's equity with the total amount of 507,573.60. And last, for our cash flow, it shows that our net cash flow from operating activities is 286,225 and the net cash flow from investing activities is 44,960 and for the net cash flow from financing activities is 140,000 and for the cash ending is 191,185.
And now, for the next aspects, let's hear it from Ms. Almadin.
Thank you for that, Ms. Gisana. Let's move on in social economics. We use several packaging that will help to our earth. We also have charity for the poor people and we have contributions and give it to them. The 3D Gallery will have program every week that give a feeding program to the children and seniors from selected barangays in Manila. That's all, thank you. And for the next aspect, Ms. Acuna will report it.
If the 3D Gallery would be successful in the future, we will implement another branch but with the same owners because we don't want anyone to franchise our company. And that would be all. Thank you for listening to our business proposal, the 3D Gallery, a healthy food with a twist.
Ladies and gentlemen, good day to all of you, especially to our dear panelists for today. And of course, to our dear Professor, Dr. Agita V. Cabreros. So as you can see here, we will going to tackle 7 parts of this presentation. The first one is the executive summary. We have here the management aspects, marketing, technical, and financial aspects, the CSR or what we call the corporate social responsibility, and lastly is our exit strategy. And on behalf of my group mates, we would like to present to you our very own Centaur Trading Corporation. That has a saying that goodbye disposables and say hi to refillables. Let's begin. So first, let's talk about the executive summary of our company. Centaur proposed a cleaning product in an eco-friendly way, and these are the products that have been recognized as a personal care to give people a strategic partner in the protection and preservation of our environment. We came up to this idea cleaning product because we wanted the people to be confidently beautiful in their own way through the use of our product and to spread the cleanliness in all aspects of their lives. Centaur wants to offer an innovative line of biodegradable by having a refilling station that will help the people to be aware in saving the Mother Earth. So next, we have here the management aspect. So the question is, what kind of organization Centaur is? Our business is sole proprietorship. It is an enterprise that owned and run by one person and in which there's no legal distinction between the owner and the business entity. We choose this kind of organization because this is the easiest way to start up a small business. Therefore, Centaur Trading Corporation will have a good distinction between the firm's assets. So next, nature of business. Our business will have a physical store to operate it. Social media is one of the tools we are going to use for people to know faster about our product. It will become a refilling station for cleaning products for them to afford and save more. So as you can see here, this is our logo, and the name of our company is no other than Centaur. Centaur is a French word that means scent and fragrance. That will be connected in our product in both ways. We choose it also because of the meaning itself, and when you hear the name itself, it will catch your attention because scent, it sounds scent or scent. Tour sound like tour. It's like these products will send you to different places, like you are just touring, and it will give you the confidence. So next is the letter S. The letter S stands for Centaur, which is the name of our company. So as you can see here, the shapes. The double arrow means that we have always two choices in our life. And the right and the left arrow signifies that in business, it's either we fail fast. So we have here 5 colors. The color yellow means it's an uplifting color which stimulates our analytical process and assists with the ball. And it is a constant vial of viewed to have confidence and warmth. We have here the color pink, is often used to add female appeal and represents innocence and delicateness. Next is the color green. Green represents vitality and renewal and eco-friendly, soothing, and inspiring compassion. So these 5 colors, the yellow, the orange, the violet, the pink, and the green, it is a lot of meaning in our company, as you can see on the next presentation. So this is our organizational structure. I am Michi Regalado, the General Manager. Romlin Ocapo will be the Production Manager. Jillian Lance Toledo will be the Marketing Manager. Marian Barocan of Operation Manager. And lastly, our Financial Manager, Maybelline Morada.
Next is our market analysis. In the recent years, consumer awareness has increased when purchasing everyday products. Price and the brand are taking a back seat and customers are becoming more concerned about the sustainability. Even if conventional cleaning products are less expensive, an increasing number of people are opting for cleaners that are less harmful for the nature and humans. Sustainability not only includes more environmentally friendly and degradable ingredients, the packaging is also the key issue. The attitudes of the consumers toward plastic usage and recycling have changed and they are becoming more important to them. Now we will be having cleaning products. First is the Kitchen Pro like dishwashing liquid and kitchen degreaser. Next is the commercial laundry. We will be having fabric softener and liquid bleach. Lastly is the janitorial. We will be having engine degreaser, multi-purpose cleaner, and tile and bowl cleaner. For price, our pricing strategy will be market penetration. As you know, market penetration strategy allows a brand to take its existing products or service to an already thriving market with a high demand. Using market penetration, the initial outcome will be low profit, but in the long-term exposure gain can drive the profit up. As for the place, we will going to distribute our product in online and we are going to rent a stall in Cubao since that place is surrounded by people, market stalls, and malls. We will also having our resellers and distributors. For the promotion, in lieu of this, we can come up a strategy to promote our product in the most accessible way where every channel can reach. In this time of the year, the word of mouth is one of the most useful way to promote a product. This often happens by interacting with the customers through social media sites. As of now, we are experiencing a pandemic, so most of the people can't buy products physically. That's why we made our Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram accounts for us to communicate with them easily. As for our SWOT analysis, the strengths are being corporate social responsibility initiative, friendly to the environment, and competitively priced with good quality product. For weakness, we lack social skills, getting nervous around people, and learning agility and effective personal communications. The opportunities will be subscription program for new cents each month, affiliate program, and add more product that will help people for cleaning. Lastly, our strength will be having big name cleaning products and anti-fragment campaign.
Good day everyone and welcome to Centaur store. This is a technical aspect. We have floor plan, inner layout, and outer layout. First is floor plan. Floor plan are also drawings that show the relationship between rooms, spaces, and physical features view from above. Next one is inner layout. Inner layout, the art or process designing the interior decoration of a room or building. And lastly, this is the outer layout. Thank you so much.
In our financial aspect, which is the graph shows the percentage for income statement. For the first year sales of our product based on the gathered survey with the customer ratio 1:2. We projected a total amount of sales 660,000 and for the projected expenses for cost for sales is 248,790, which is 14% of the sales and 23% of operating expenses with the amount of 403,714.86 and the gross profit is 24% with the amount of 411,210. Based on that is the profit and loss of our company, which is having the 248,790 divided by 660,000. Our sales is 37.7, which is 38% of our sales. The percentage is small to recover the capital immediately due to the large operational expenses incurred by the company. Our loss depends of what the price is. A company will increase it to gain the losses or maybe in our manpower which we need to decrease the labor to have the better result of our financial aspect to the next year of our project. Thank you.
Our company's corporate social responsibility are moving forward labor policies, participating in fair trade, charitable giving, volunteering within the community, corporate arrangement that advantage the environment, socially and ecologically cognizant investments. This is our CSRs, but our main focus is participating in fair trade. We choose this one because it will be a big help to the environment and give our customers high quality products. Fair trade provides consumers within an opportunity to connect with the people who grow the produce we enjoy and need. That's why we choose this one.
So we are in the last part. The Centaur exit strategy is acquisition. The acquisition is often known as a merger and acquisition. This is because when a company decides to sell itself to another company, the buyer will often incorporate or merge the service of that company into their own product or service offerings. So that's all for today. Once again, this is the Centaur Trading Corporation. Thank you for listening and have a great day.
live from the College of Business Administration. This is GMA CBN Business News.
Thinking big is only one part of being a successful entrepreneur. Good day to all of you. We are the Group 3 presenting the business Rise and Shine. I'm Nicole Felix reporting for Executive Summary. Rise and Shine is a retailing business that sells a range of rice at reasonable price, based on the type of rice and the quality required by the customer. It is located at Murphy Public Market at 15th Ave, Murphy, Quezon City, Metro Manila. It will concentrate on selling rice as its sole commodity with various varieties available to customers. It will cater the needs of indigent people in the community and being one of the reasons to help the farmers in our country. The logo. First, the color. The year we make and finish the plan is 2021, which is the color of the year is Phantom Illuminating. It is a bright and cheerful yellow, also symbolize what our product can give to the customers. The sun and west represent the Filipino farmers. They plant rice in the field under extreme sunlight. It shows the hard work and perseverance that they have. The name Rise and Shine, the product which is rice, and the saying Rise and Shine means to us that no matter what the world will throw at you, just rise and make sure you shine again. And lastly, the tagline, we care for you and for them, caring for our customers at the same time, caring and respect for our farmers.
Management aspect. I'm going to present our organizational structure. We have General Manager Ms. Fernandez Rona, who is responsible for all parts of business operations. The Financial Manager Ms. Brocal Micaela, hired to analyze the market trend and various business opportunities from a financial perspective. Our Operating Manager Ms. Mendros Veronica, whose role is to implement the right process and practices across the organization. And her two operating staff, Ms. Felix Nicole and Ms. Manyosa Geraldine. They are the one who's responsible to ensure the smooth operation in a daily routine at the working area. And the Rise and Shine is a partnership type of business. Consists of 5 business owners that will make business possible in the market.
Good day, I am Veronica Mendros and I am going to discuss the marketing aspect. 4 P's. First is product. Rise and Shine is a rice retailing business. The product offers 5 varieties of rice: Tinandomeng, Milagrosa, Malagkit, Dinorado, and well-milled rice. Second is price. Malagkit per kilo is 46 pesos. Per sack is 2,300. Milagrosa per kilo is 52 pesos. Per sack is 2,600. Well-milled rice per kilo is 58 pesos. Per sack is 2,900. Dinorado per kilo is 64 pesos. Per sack is 3,200. Sinandoming per kilo is 70 pesos. Per sack is 3,500. Third is place. Rise and Shine located at Murphy Market, Cubao. Fourth is promotion. As a young entrepreneur, the platform that we will use to promote our business is through online promoting. So, direct competitors. We have here 2 competitors. GSL Rice Trading and RNC Rice Dealer. They are both well known in Quezon City. GSL Trading offers 24/7 rice delivery, while the RNC Rice Dealer offers door-to-door rice delivery.
Good day everyone. I am Geraldine Manyosa. Technical aspects. The technical aspects is the discussion of the basic operations of the project. Technical aspects shows the machineries, equipment, consumables, and supplies of the business, and also the external and internal perspectives of the store. Systems and procedures. First, customers will choose what kind of price they want to buy. Next is ordering and then going to pay to the cashier. In this Gantt chart, it shows the representation of the activities that takes place through the past few months and what will be our plan and objectives throughout the month.
Now, let's proceed to the financial aspect of the business. Under the selling price determination, the management decided to put up a 25% markup for each variety of rice. The graph shows the percentage for income statement. For the first year sale of our product, based on the gathered survey with a customer ratio 1:2, we projected the total amount of sale 675,000 from the different rice varieties and the demand of it. And for the projected expenses for cost of sales, 456,000, which is 29%. 14% for the cost of goods sold with the amount of 219,000. And 4% for the operating expense with a total amount of 69,500. We projected the 5-year sale with a 20% increase from 2021 to 2025. The net income of the business for the first year is 149,500, which is 10% of the total sales. The projected investment of the owners is 100,000. This is an excellent result for a forecasted income because the customer's value may be increasing every single day.
I am Rona S. Fernandez, reporting in social responsibility. We choose an eco-friendly style when it comes in our packaging and the reusable one for our customer. It also describes our product itself, white, clean, and neat. Rise and Shine helps not only the economy but to all the people who are unemployed, especially the farmers who are the main provider and labor for the different cities.
And for the conclusion, the management is planning to sell the business to one of the owner as their exit strategy. They may be interested in purchasing the company, which has the advantage of allowing the company to develop because employees or owners will be given a well-established business with which they are familiar. Again, this is Rise and Shine saying we care for you and for them. Thank you for listening.
Good day everyone, my name is John Patrick R. Molina from BSEM 3C. We are here today to present to you our business plan, which is the Tata Patsilugan. Before we start, I'm going to greet good day to our judges and to all the listeners for today. These are my members who will help me to present this business.
Business that going to build a young entrepreneur is the traditional meal that fits in the 3 consecutive meals such as breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This business is based on the Filipino tradition that like rice meal in every consecutive meals every day. The name that fits to our business is Tata Patsilugan, which is based on the name of our leader who is John Patrick Molina. This business is offering not only on dine-in but also in take-out.
Logo interpretation. The spoon and fork is meant for that our business is food business or food is product that we offer. The blue is trust. We aiming for the trust of our customer to gain their loyalty to our product. Tata Patsilugan, the name of the business that the based on the lead member of the group. The gray affordability means that our product can afford and affordable to buy by our customer. Red means that the energy on how this personal the customer on this good way. Tagline is the based on how this business can attract some customers.
Management aspect. The management aspect contains everything about how will organization run and build the objectives. Our management team has their own rule to be accomplished or need to do with their particular position. Let's start with our organizational organizational structure. As you can see on our structure, it's begin with the highest position to lower, but it is hierarchical structure because our business is a sole proprietor type.
Marketing aspects. The marketing aspects will use the four P's, which is the product, price, place, and promotion. Marketing mix. First, the product. The product and services offered are well presented with a traditional silog combination, highlighted with locally made recipe Filipinos are very used to. And then the price. The Tata Patsilugan price is very affordable. The entrepreneurs target on customers. The valid customers want especially price for the product so that the business earn massive loyal customers and makes the business successful. The business made their products cheap price so that the consumers can affordably buy the products of the business. Next is the place. The place are foreseeing to build on our store. Tatay Patsilugan is along Pereza Street, Santa Mesa, Manila, which are near a school premises, especially PUP or the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, as well as among the road where we can assume the most of the people living along the area are the most probably taking as main route wherever they are else give us an opportunity to become one of the best option for food and beverages consumption, which are a necessity whilst living there, even the students, teenagers, and simple workers along the area. Next is the promotion. A good strategic promotion creates the best revenue for the reputation of the product to its target audience of consumers. In connection with this, we can the best expectation from the consumer. Point especially would positively view our offered services products with or without even experiencing it. We decided to give out flyers with attached opening coupon that would most probably attracts their attention. This is the SWOT analysis. Strength. Strategic location which is accessible for the target customers. Product and promos that are budget friendly. Picture-worthy interior design. Used to online advertisement to various social media platforms. Weaknesses. Newly opened stores. The field, and experience were both new to the management as well as to the customers. Gradual progress in acquiring new innovation in the food corporation and services, inability to generate better and expert ideas that would likely attract more customers. Next is opportunities. Opportunities branch expansion in the other city local in the Philippines, adapting to the healthy rise of food and sustainable resourcing goods and supplies. Threats rivalry with other well-known fast food chain, the rise of healthy living or vegetarian. People who are well off enough in life may find starting fast food chain appealing to them. Direct competitors or which is the store near to us is Tatay Pepe's Tapsilugan and the Mamay's Tapsilugan.
This is Jenica Kayabyab and now let's discuss the technical aspect. Technical aspect, these are the strategies of promotion, facilities of business, location, design of layout, and etc. In this structure, we will show you the internal and external perspective of store. Now first, internal perspective. This list of materials that the company need to manufacture its product, including the cookware, utensils, furnitures, and sanitary supply. The second one is the external perspective. We believe that the outside or the location of our store will attract to the customer because of our design, the product, the price, and also nearby to school. Now let's proceed to Gantt chart. In this Gantt chart, we'll show you what will be our plan in these objectives in this month.
Financial aspects, where I'm going to introduce to you my projection of income statement and balance sheet and the percentage of each projection. First is the income statement. Income statement has the sales, cost of goods sold, gross profit, operating expense, income before tax, income after tax, net income after tax. So which is I'm going to get the fifth year, which is the projection of year 5, which is the sale is 4,515,284. Cost of goods sold, which is 2,870,324.13. The gross profit will be 1,644,960.27, and the operating expense is 794,365.34. Net income before tax, which is 850,594.94. Next is the income tax, 212,648.73, and the net income after tax will be 67.96.20 pesos. So I did the divide of sales of each, and then I get the percentage, which is the sales equals to 100%, and the cost of goods sold equals to 64%, gross profit will be 36%, operating expense will be 18%, net income before tax will be 19%, income tax will be 5%, and the net income after tax will be 14%. This is the projection of balance sheet, where I'm going to get the total assets, total liabilities, and total equity of the year 5, which is the 5th year of our business. It will be, the total asset will be 2,191,946.10. Next is the total liabilities will be 36,607.50, and the last is the total equity is 2,191,584.10. So I did the same thing, different equation. I add the total asset, total liabilities, and total equity to get the total, and then I divide the total of each, so I get the percentage of the total asset, total liability, and total equity. First is the total asset will be 50%, total liability will be 1%, and the total equity will be 49%. This is the social economic responsibility, or CSR. Our business want to help homeless people, so we plan to give the homeless people food, food and clothes every annually or semi-annually rather. We want to help them and to feel them that they're not alone to their lives. So we want to help them, feed them, and we want to clothe them. Last, the funding and the exit plan of the business. Final part of a business plan is the exit or the exit plan section. This is the simplified statement explaining how the investors will eventually realize their return on investment. Investors will always to seek what their strategy and before investing. Some are prepared to wait a long time for the return. The total income of the business was 155,818 pesos and it came from the 5 owners. Each owner contributed since 35 each. Since we have change of 19,182, we will deposit it to the bank. In case of there's some emergency, we can withdraw it for emergency purposes. With gradual growth of the business, there will be additional branch of Centaur, Manila City of Mandaluyong, so that they can be closer to their customers and they can continue to grow the business with additional equipment such as a freezer to maintain good quality raw products. Having another branch will help of the business get to know and get more customers. And if this business does not grow, the owners will find a way to save the business and for it to continue or to be liquidated.
Good day everyone. We are the Group 5 and I'm Denzel C. Tante, the leader of the group, together with Erwin Punongbayan, Kian Darren Perez, Pauline Kate Torzar, and Beatrice Tan. Executive Summary. Our business is called Vehicle Bat and it is located in Harvard Street, which is along with Aurora Boulevard at Cubao. Our business is organized by 5 owners contributing with the same fund. So our market covers the people who have their vehicle within Harvard Street. So let's talk about the logo. In the logo, you can see there's a bubbles floating around because of the product we use. In the logo, you can see the water is splashing in the car because it emphasizes the water is the main thing that we use for cleaning the customer's vehicle. In the logo, you can see our business name is going across the car and it is glowing to emphasize the freshness or customer's vehicle is very clean. And we choose the red colors in our logo that symbolize the passion, attention, warmth, power, and action. And we also put the word car wash and it's capitalized and it's growing to aware the customers and to attract the customers that our business is car wash. And that's all in the executive summary.
Management aspect. The kind of organization of Vehicle Bat will be sole proprietorship under the management of their leader, the manager of whom will be the leader to be in charge of administering the daily operations of the business. The office staff is also 2 of the owners that will manage the paperwork of the business daily operations. Then the other two owners will be assigned as service personnel that will execute all the operations on cleaning and accommodating clients. Managerial position qualification. Bachelor's degree holder, computer literate, proficient using Microsoft Suite, and good communication skills. Job description. Accomplishes department objectives by managing staff, planning and evaluating department activities, maintains staff by recruiting, selecting, orienting, and training employees, ensures a safe, secure, and legal work environment, develops personal growth opportunities. Office staff qualifications. High school diploma or GED equivalent. Computer literate, proficient using Microsoft Suite, and fast and proficient typist. Job description. Office assistants handle organizational and clerical support tasks. This may include organizing files, scheduling appointments, writing copy, proofreading, receiving guests, and more, depending on the company and its needs.
Marketing aspect. For the marketing aspect, this will be for the services. There will be the businesses is named Vehicle Bat. We offer service on cleaning and grooming the cars or some vehicles for the customers. We also offer service where clients can clean their own car while we provide the materials or equipment with the full service where the clients can leave their car and come back for the cleaning where the cleaning is already done. Price. The price strategy of the vehicle bat are depending on size of the vehicle or what kind of vehicle such as motorcycle. And for the four-wheel cars, there will be we will be also relying on the client chooses which services they will be choosing, if it's the self-service or a full service. In this strategy, our client can choose an affordable price. Our pricing depends on the size of the car being washed and the services. First is for sedan and taxis, which is 60 for self-service and 90 pesos for self-service car wash. The car wash is 110 for self-service and 140 for full service. On SUVs and also for the van, we also offer internal and exterior detailing. On self-detailing is also 1,100 pesos, while the exterior detailing is also 1,100 pesos also. While the interior detailing is 1,400, while the exterior detailing is also 1,400 for full services. For the place, the location that we choose for the vehicle bat will be located at number 86 Harbor Street, Cubao, Quezon City, along Columbia Street and Harvard Street. It is located on urban places or beside communities so that we can focus on our services on the nearby people living in there. For the promotion of the vehicle bat, we will produce flyers, website, and Facebook page that will our business will grow. We can also make some promo in our first month of operation and some events in our business. SWOT analysis. Strength. Bat covers in centrally located and populated area. In Quezon City, our location is in fact one of our major strengths. We are also a car wash company that offers two services. For instance, if a client visit our car wash to wash his car, or she has the options to clean her car, it can be self-service or full service. For the weaknesses, vehicle bat car wash is a new business which is owned by a 5 student that has no enough experience, and we may not have the financial muscle to sustain the kind of publicity we want to give our business. For the opportunities, we are centrally located in one of the populated areas in Quezon City, and we are open to all the available opportunity that the city has to offer. The truth is that there are no car wash facilities within the area where our car wash is going to be located. For the threat, Some of the threats are likely going to confront spotless car wash companies, unfavorable government policies, seasonal fluctuations, demographics, social factors, downturn in the economy, which is likely going to affect the consumers' spending, and of course, emergence of new competitors within the same location where our car wash is located.
In technical aspect, this is the floor plan of vehicle bank. This one is the inner layout, and the next one is the outer layout. In system procedure, first is customer inquire. Next is client will choose what kind of services. Orient the client. Sign agreement form for self-services. Start the operation. Then client will double check and test the car for full services. Lastly, they will pay to the cashier. In this Gantt chart, it shows the activity that will take the place in the past few months and what will be our plan and the objective in this month.
For the financial aspect of vehicle path, we go now first to the income statement. The revenues, which is 100%, 2,352,000. The cost of service, which is 35.55%, 836,214 and 94 cents. Gross profit, which is 64.45%, 1,515,785 and 6 cents. The selling and administrative expense, which is 44.45%, 1,045,297 and 17 cents. The income before tax, which is 20%, 470,487 and 89 cents. And the income tax, which is 6%, 114,146 and 37 cents. And last, the income statement, the net income, which is 14%, 329,341 and 52 cents. Now we go to the balance sheet. The total assets, which is 30%, 712,656 and 87 cents. The total liability, which is 2.1%, 30,000. The total equity, which is 47.9%, 682,656 and 87 cents. And now we go to the corporate social responsibility of Vehicle Bath. Vehicle Bath aims to help and give back to the community where it's located by donating first aid kits annually for emergency response, and also donate CCTV cameras and anything that Vehicle Bath can help to improve the safety and security of the barangay. Vehicle Bath will also offer free car wash to the barangay patrol where we are located twice a month. We will also help the area on how to clean their own vehicle well. And lastly, we go to the funding request and exit strategy of Vehicle Bath. The total project cost of Vehicle Bath will be 199,466 pesos. The owners will have a contribution of 40,000 each to complete the entire project cost. If the loan will not be accepted at any banks that the owners applied, there is a second option where they will each take a loan from their friends and family. The loans will be paid back at the end of the year as the business starts to grow. As the Vehicle Bath grow, they will open up another branch at different location to expand their reach and to come closer to their clients that don't live near their branch at Harvard Street, Cubao, Quezon City. The other thing Vehicle Bath will also do is improve their service by upgrading the equipment used inside the car wash, like the pressure washer, power washer, pressure tap, and vacuum. This is a good investment for great quality of service, can attract more customers. If Vehicle Bath goes the other way and the business didn't turn out to be a success, the owners will liquidate all the assets and take their own ways if there is still enough to be saved and liquidated. That's all. Thank you.
answer to so many questions I don't know. So I begin another journey. Where is the meaning to my world? I see the answer now. Though we came by different roads, now we walk together. Stay beside me all our days, strangers nevermore. Through the cool of summer rays, by the heartside fire, I'll be with you when nothing remains. I am home to stay. Love is the answer to so many questions. Now I know, and I can stop my endless wandering. Love gives the meaning for my world. I see the answer now. Love gives meaning to my world, and I see the answer now.
Let's move on to the question and answer portions. Again, reminder to all the candidates that we will give time for each group representative to answer same questions in 60 seconds. If the representative wasn't able to answer the question, we will proceed to the next group. The moderator will update the candidate on the remaining seconds. And now, let us begin with the question number 1 that will be given by our panelist, Professor Tony Crisel Nalam Agurto.
And hi, good morning, everyone. So first of all, before I give the question, I just want to congratulate yung organizer ng activities na to or ng event na ito because this is a way for us to show to everyone that we don't, as an institution, we don't only create excellent workforce or manpower, but we also create excellent entrepreneur, lalo na kailangan natin to sa ganitong klaseng economy or situation natin ng economy natin. Okay? So congratulations po, and also doon sa mga nag-present. Now, moving to the question about dun sa pinasent nyo, I'll be focusing on the marketing aspect. The reason is because I believe that marketing is really the blood life of the business. So here is my question. Since your businesses really exist because there are customer needs or wants that we need to satisfy. The reason why you have that kind of product, either goods o kaya naman services. So since your business is not really new in the market, we just want to be part of the business who offers it. What makes your product more preferable by the customer than your existing competitors? What makes your product more preferable by the customer than your competitors? That's the question. The first question.
These are the sequence of the group. To answer the first question coming from Professor Tony Agulto. First group to answer is the 3D gallery.
Thank you for that
To be followed by Centaur, then Rise and Shine. Next is Tata Patsilugan. Last is the vehicles bat. You may now answer. Thank you.
Thank you for the question po, ma'am. For me po, yung pagiging unique po ng ng product po namin is po siya. Sa atin po kasi as a Filipino po, hindi man po sa atin yung siomai po, which is pork and beef po. Ngayon po, yung na-invento po namin is galunggong siomai po siya. And very applicable po siya sa atin kasi we can gain nutrients from it po and sobrang mura lang po siya para sa product po namin.
Is that all? Okay.
That's all?
So next is the Centaur. You may now answer. Start now.
So the uniqueness of our product from other competitors is our company is recyclable world. For example, we have here the Jollibee. Kasi yung Jollibee parang nasa uso na kailangan parang nandoon na sila sa recycling na yung mga straw na plastic is strawless na, right? So yung company namin, yung 5 na colors doon is lot of meaning para sa amin. For example, kasi yung raw materials namin, recycling na. And at the same time, yung binibenta namin, recyclable na kasi we have the refilling station in our store. So yung dun sa 5 kasi na yun, for example, the yellow, which is yung raw material na ginagamit namin for the lemon, ay for the yellow is lemon. And green is the calamansi, blue is for blueberry, and pink is for makopa, and orange for orange, or what do we call it, cat. Ayun. So siguro yun yung mga unique sa mga competitors namin kasi yung Centaur is a recyclable world na. And hindi pa siya nakakatulong sa mga tao, nakakatulong pa siya sa Mother Earth, which is sa mundong ginagalawa natin ngayon. Thank you.
Thank you, Centaur. Group Centaur. Next group to be answered. You may answer now. Rise and shine. Okay, start now.
Thank you for the question. Here in our country, starting a rice business or began rice is part of our daily basis makes a lot of sense. And as a young entrepreneurs, we think one of our advantage is or uniqueness is to have an advanced knowledge in our technology nowadays. Not all competitors know how to market their products, right? I mean, through online, especially most of the store owner or our direct competitors are elder one or someone who are new to using electronics and internet platforms. And I just want to say, as we celebrate our 76th founding anniversary, and CBPA says that we will stay ahead of the new normal. And we all know nowadays, as you can have what you need and once in just one click. So it's a good edge for us to have that skills and knowledge. And we at Rise and Shine aware that business main aim is to gain profit, but we also believe that we exist to help such people. That's why we stick to this business idea, no matter what crucial and how common it is to others. Thank you.
The next group that will answer is from the Tata Patsilugan. You can now answer. Start now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for that question. Ang pagkakaiba lang po namin sa aming competitor is like magfo-focus po kami sa affordable price so that makuha namin yung attention ng aming customers. And then hindi siya yung 'di ba, tradition natin is rice meals through breakfast, brunch, lunch, and dinner. So ang focusing namin is to gain more customer. We're going to
low our price so that we can attract customers, and then we're going to make an innovation to our product. So for example of our innovation is we're going to add some parts of the menu that the customers will be like, and then we can make their satisfaction, and we can make our customers valid, and we make customers are thank you po.
Was answers from that group. And our last but not the least that will answer our question is the group 5, the vehicle wash. Start now. Wait, can we pause the time? So is there any representative from the group 5 or the vehicle wash? Anyone from
Yes
the
po,
group
meron
of...
po. Yes po, meron po. Pwede na mag-start. So yan po, thank you for the question. So, yung difference ng
Wait
aming
lang.
business.
Sige
to.
Sige po, ako na lang po. Hindi po talaga kami sure kung tatangkilikin ba ng mga customers yung namin kasi marami nang established na car wash sa paligid sa area namin. Pero ang masasabi ko lang po is yung experience po nung sa may self-service na in-offer po ng shop namin. Kasi sa mga nakapaligid po sa amin, parang kami lang po yung shop lang po namin nakikita ko na mag-offer ng self-service na na service. And yun po, yung experience po na paglinis ng sariling sasakyan nila po, tsaka yung experience na magamit po yung mga equipments na ginagamit ng mga professional na naglilinis ng mga sasakyan. Yun po yung nakikita ko na unique na magiging dahilan kung bakit preferable po yung vehicle bath. Yun po.
Thank you to all the candidates. May I ask, Ma'am, if you have some follow-up questions or comments?
All right. Sige, okay. I understand all your answer will be yung uniqueness is more on the approach to your customer with regards on offering your products or services. So with my next question, actually related din ito dito sa first question ko. For your customer to be aware about your business existence, what are the marketing strategy that you will be using in order to capture new customers and retain yung maaring na-capture nyo na customer, yung mga current customers ninyo? What is your plan? Ano yung magiging marketing strategy ninyo to capture new customer, to trigger their interest to try your product, and retain yung existing one na mga customers natin who already tried your products? That's the second question.
Okay, for the second question of Professor Agulto, this is the sequence of the group to answer. First, let us start with the vehicle bath. Second is the Tata Patsilugan. Next is the Rise and Shine, then Centaur, and then last is the 3D gallery. So the vehicle bath, you may answer now.
May in-offer po kami sa vehicle bath na loyalty program. Parang kapag ilang beses po sila nabalik ng pagpapalinis po dun sa store namin is magkakaroon po sila ng free na paglinis po dun sa sasakyan nila, and mag-offer din po kami ng discounts and mga freebies po. Halimbawa yung mga cleaners po, yung mga gagamitin po sa paglinis ng sasakyan.
Okay, next is Tata Patsilugan. But before that, reminder, please participants to open your camera. Okay, Tata Patsilugan, you may now answer.
So, ang marketing strategy naman po namin is like what I've said earlier, innovation. Ang balak po namin talaga is to innovate our products na hindi lang po ayun lang po yung yung nasa menu namin. Ang gagawin po namin is yung product po namin is parang nagta-travel ka around the Philippines, like mga specialties ng mga province, ng NCR, ng mga all region 1 to 4 po. Ayun po ang mga gagawin namin mga innovation po. Yun lamang po, thank you po.
Next, Rise and Shine. You may now answer. Start now.
Tingin ko po yung marketing strategy namin bukod sa promoting sa online, katulad na sinabi ko po kanina, yung advanced knowledge and skills namin sa technology nowadays. Siguro isa pa dun po yung pagkakaroon namin ng a reusable bag, kasi napansin namin based on our research last year and this year, hindi ganun karami yung competitors namin na may reusable bag katulad ng pinakita namin sa presentation na bags ng product namin. I think yun yung pinaka-marketing strategy ng company namin. Thank you.
Next, Centaur. You may now answer. Start now. Calling the attention of the representative of Centaur. Is there any?
Our marketing strategy will be our promoting our product in social media like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So we also use reusable bottles, so they will come back to us to refill the bottle, the product. Oops, yun lang.
Last is the 3D gallery. You may start now.
So, thank you for the question. Dahil po nasa pandemic world pa rin po tayo ngayon, so importante pa rin po talaga yung online. That's why we use social media accounts to promote our store, the 3D gallery, and we are capable to, and we are confidently that our product will be successful because of its uniqueness. That's why we are going to promote it in a properly way, and we are going to use several packagings that help Mother Earth. That's why we are confidently that our business will be successful. Thank you. That's all.
And that's
Okay.
and okay.
All right. So thank you for all your answer. I just want to advise that you need to put it in writing. So yung sa papers ninyo, you have to reflect everything that you mentioned kasi we have to clarify yung ating plan, or we need to be in detail dun sa plano natin, lalo na kung ilalagay natin to in writing, kasi this will serve as our guide to implement kung ano man yung mga plano natin, okay, in regarding to that business. Another comment is that we just have to polish some part of your papers, especially on the business side, okay, and also the financial aspect. But that would be that is my question na lang muna for all the group members. Thank you.
And that's end our first stage of questions. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Professor Agulto. For our final questions that will be given to us by Dr. Even Tolentino.
Hi, good morning, everyone. And first of all, I would like to thank all the organizers, no, for creating and organizing this very good activity for our students. Now, for my first question, no, first pala, I would like to congratulate all of the group, no, na nag-present today. Your businesses are very good, no. So in line with that, this is my first question, no. Considering today's uncertainties and more businesses are closed, no? What are your plans for your business to survive, and how do you address this phenomenon? Kasi you know naman that during this time of uncertainties, no, hindi lahat tayo o hindi lahat ng businesses ay nagsusurvive. So wala silang means. So that is why I am asking that question for you to have a vision and strategy on your business. Thank you.
To answer that question, sir, these are the sequence of the group. First is the 3D gallery, to be followed by Centaur. Next is the Rise and Shine, then Tata Patsilugan, and last is the Vehicles Path. Reminder po ulit na to open your camera while speaking. Thank you. 3D gallery, you may speak now.
Thank you for that wonderful question. For me, kaya may promotion kami. Para makasurvive kami, ginawa namin na online. Para kahit hindi makapunta yung mga tao, pwede namin na kami na yung mag-deliver sa kanila ng mga product na gusto nila sa amin. Also pagkain. Dahil nga naman, pandemic, kaya ginawa namin na lahat ng ingredients namin ay fresh at saka vegetable kasi para nga sa pandemic, makaka-survive kami na cheaper yung price namin but good quality at masustansya yung tinitinda namin. And that's all. Thank you.
Next group, Centaur, you may speak now.
So the strategy that we'll be having by our company is we're going to all the opportunity that will coming on our way. Kasi kung hindi ka mag-take ng risk, paano na, di ba? Parang masasayang lang yung mga opportunity. So yung mga technical kasi, na-adapt na ng society or ng world natin yan. So we have here the good technicals or the good computers right there. So we have the Centaur na Instagram, the social media platforms, the Facebook account, and we have also the good communicating skills when it comes to marketing strategy to the people or the customers that we have. So, siguro ayun yung naisip kong strategy na i-maintain mo yung communicating skills mo sa mga tao. Kailangan alam nila na nag-exist yung Centaur sa market na yun. Kahit na social media lang yun.
Thank you, Group Centaur. Next is Rise and Shine. You may speak now.
Aside from the online platforms, one way for us to survive the business in this pandemic is to come up with different strategies to keep the business going and engage with our customers. To adapt some adjustment, we can do. The only thing we can do is asking employees to learn new skills, to support changes to the business, and adapting new revenues streams such as to converting product line in a most high demand during pandemic. So adapting new technology process. Thank you.
Thank you, Rise and Shine Group. Next is Tata Patsilugan. You may speak now.
So, first of all, bago namin i-build tong business na to, inisip namin yung what is the needs of a person or a customer. Likewise, nagkaroon ng pandemic, syempre isipin nila yung mga essentials which is the food nga. So, inisip namin is paano kaya kung hindi food ang ginawa ng business? So, need namin gawin yung business na ito para malaman namin kung magwo-work siya or hindi para lamang sa essential ng tao. Likewise, pwede na siyang i-order sa likewise na social media platform like Grab, Food Panda or else para madala sa kanila yung food and ma-satisfy yung aming customers. Yun lang ang marketing strategy po namin. Thank you po.
Thank you for that question. After the beep sound, you may now answer the question for the group of vehicle wash.
Vehicle bat. Sa palagay ko naman po makakasurvive po yung vehicle bat, lalo na po sa panahon ngayon ng pandemic kasi. Pinakamahalaga ngayong panahon is yung sanitation po. Sa tingin ko mas makakasurvive po yung vehicle bat kasi yun nga po, lalo na ngayon na nag-open na ulit yung mga establishments, kailangan na po ulit lumabas ng mga tao and kailangan po nilang isanitize yung mga gamit nila, lalo na po yung mga sakyan nila bago po sila umuwi ng bahay. Kaya yun po yung yun po.
And we are done for the first category of centers for the significant discussion. I hope you can stay with us until the end of this colloquium, for we are going to give you all your deserving. Moving forward to our second event, let us all welcome the participants for our research.
Good day everyone, I'm Richie Mambong and I'm with John Mark Bautista, Christian De Parine, Gemariza Agojo, and John Ray Miranda. And we're about to present the utilization of GCash among marketing students, its acceptability. This is Group 4 and we have something to report.
Internet, mobile phones, laptop. Our generation, or somehow called Generation Z, are very different from before. With the help of our high-tech gadgets, we can do things easier as we not expect. People nowadays are fond on online shopping. With just one tap, they can easily buy things they want. From their favorite foods, accessories, shoes, shirts, and many more. But how? If you are questioning how they will pay their purchases through online, cashless payment apps are responsible for that. What is cashless payment? Cashless payment refers to carrying out financial transaction without using physical currency like bills and coins. Many people and organizations exchange or trade goods and services that doesn't rely on money as an intermediary.
One of the known app is the GCash. Nowadays, it's possible to do wonderful things through your smartphone. You can talk to anyone or anywhere in the world, play music wherever you want, and look up anything online in the blink of an eye. A more recent and notable digital development in this space is the e-wallet, of which the Philippines is no stranger to, thanks to GCash. Arguably a household name for convenient electronic transactions, GCash is a local app that you can install on any of your devices, be it a smartphone or tablet. GCash allows you to pay your bills, purchase goods, and services, and even send or receive money wherever you are. To date, GCash has made transactions easier for its 20 million registered users, and with over 63,000 partners in the country, it truly helps the Filipinos the way they transact. What can you do with GCash? GCash takes convenience to an entirely different level. You can do so much on the app that it has effectively taken away the struggles of braving heat or rain in Manila traffic, as well as long lines and wasted time. With the hours you save, you can invest more in things that infinitely matter more: family, friends, passions, and health. Pay bills, bank transfers, book movies, transfer money, cash out, withdraw, buy and borrow load, shop online, and buy in store. All those features are all in with GCash. No wonder why GCash is known and became the best mobile payment awardee in the 2018 Telecom Asia Awards. Students are one of the users of the GCash. They are very thankful how GCash helps them to use it very quickly with their transactions, transfers, payment, and more. Especially in this pandemic, we can't go out like we used to. Some students use GCash for their payment of their tuition fees and other school payments. Universities are accepting payments through GCash to lessen the physical contact that may happen.
Statement of the problem number 1. Demographic profile. What is the demographic profile of the respondent as to study? The respondent of the study is from EARIST 3rd year Marketing Management student 31, 32, 33, and 34 with a total of 128 respondents. Respondent as to gender. There is 38 male respondent with a percent of 26.69 and 90 female with a percent of 70.31%. Respondent as to age. The respondent with the age range of 19 to 22 is 100 with a percent of 78.13%, while the respondent with the age of 22 to 24 years old is 20 with a percent of 15.63%, and last, 8 respondent with a percent of 6.25%. Respondent as to year of usage of GCash. The respondent that used GCash within 0 to 6 months are 54 at 42.19%. 15 respondent used GCash within 7 to 12 months at 11.72%. 47 respondent are used GCash within 1 to 3 years with percent of 36.72. And last, there is 11 respondent used GCash in more than 3 years at 6.25. For summary of findings, the study shows that most of the marketing students use GCash are female, with the age range of 19 to 21 years old, and most of them are 0 to 6 month user of GCash application.
Statement of the problem number 2. What are the GCash offering availed us to fund management, bills payment, lifestyle and shopping, and investment? As the table, the availment as fund management, the transaction is monitored, has weighted mean of 3.57, the deposit money is 3.53, cash out is 3.24, cash in is 3.29, and send money is 3.21, with a total weighted mean of 3.3. The availment as the bills payment. The sub-variable 1, pay utility bills, has weighted mean of 4.17, access to pay other bills is 3.59, easy access to pay government bills is 4.48, pay credit card is 3.70, and get rebate has 3.96, with a total of 3.98. The availment as to lifestyle and shopping, the sub-variable 1, purchase online, has a weighted mean of 4.17, while book of movies is 3.98. buy load is 4.08, send ang pao is 4.28, and last receiver rate is 4.46 with a total of 4.19. Availment as to investment. The sub-variable 1, G-Invest Take Hassle-Free has weighted mean of 3.50. Financial service is safe, 3.59. The Provide Affordable Investment, 3.60. Find Helpful with the guideline is 3.66. Access the most trusted investment companies, 3.62, with a total weighted mean of 3.59. Summary of finding. In the fund management, this transaction is non-core and deposit money to other bank was availed, while the three items like cash out, cash in, and send money were found available. In the bills payment, pay government contribution is foundly highly available, while the three items like utility bills, pay insurance, and pay credit card bills were found available. Then access to pay other bills such as tuition fees, transportation are foundly moderately available. The lifestyle and shopping. Easily received rebate found highly available. Send ang pao is found highly available. And three items that purchased online, buy load, and book movies are found available. In investment, all items such as find helpful with the guidelines, access to most trusted investment companies, provide lowest and affordable investment, safe and secure, and take hassle-free in investment were found available. In the conclusion, among the GCash services offerings, fund management, considered as moderately available, and the other three variables such as bills payment, lifestyle and shopping, and investment were considered available.
Recommendations. As to fund management, enhance the GCash service, especially on the confirmations of sending and receiving money. Add more options like having partnerships with the stores where they can do transactions to lessen the time. As to bills payment, widen their connections and make partnerships with schools or universities around the country where students can easily access to their school's financial activities. As to lifestyle and shopping, improve the service on booking movies with easier payment methods and have additional cinemas for more other subscribers options. As to investment, promote G-Invest feature to others and make guidelines accessible for easier and hassle-free applying for their investment.
Statement of the problem number 3. How do the marketing students assess the GCash offerings as to cost, usefulness, and security concern? As to table, the assessment as to cost. The sub-variable 1 transfer money has a weighted mean of 4.32, while the payment is available is 4.21. That some rebates is 3.97, and GCash is less costly is 3.92, with overall weighted mean of 4.10. Assessment as to usefulness. The sub-variable 1 allows paying bills, send and receive money as a weighted mean of 4.46. QR codes are accessible is 4.24, while Easy Access Pay and Shop Online has 4.32, with overall weighted mean of 4.34. Assessment as to security concern. The first item under security concern is secured money as a weighted mean of 4.16, while MPIN password is safe as 4.22 weighted mean. Safety non-physical transactions to other is 4.30, and transaction history is updated as 4.34, with overall weighted mean of 4.25. Summary of findings. Cost. Transfer money is less costly and payment available all the time are found excellent, while two items such as get more rebates and affordable in investments are considered excellent. Usefulness. All sub-variables are found excellent, such as pay bills, send and receive money, QR codes are accessible, pay and shop online, book movie, tickets, and more. Security concern. Three items such as history as updated and notified, offer safety non-physical transactions, and MPIN passwords are safe found excellent. Only the secured and safe storage for my money found very satisfactory. Letter C. Conclusion. Among the assessment of marketing students to GCash availment in terms of usefulness and security concern were considered as excellent and in terms of cost is foundly very satisfactory.
Recommendations. As to cost, make the applying on investment more affordable and easier to everyone, which they can start to gain their money. Add more choices where they can invest based on people's interests. As to usefulness, create QR codes that make people enjoy. Give them incentives or discounts when scanning to make people excited and amazed. As to security concern, upgrade the security of money and add more options how they will be insured with their money. Include social accounts for the confirmation of the security.
Statement of the problem number 4. Hypothesis. Is there a significant relationship between the GCash offerings availed and assessments of the marketing students? This table shows the relationship between GCash offerings availed and assessments of the marketing students. R value 0.64. Verbal interpretation, strong correlation. Interpretation, significant. And the decision is hypothesis rejected. In conclusion, as depicted in table, computed R value is 0.64, which is strong correlation. Hence, there is significant relationship between GCash offerings availed and assessments of the marketing students. Therefore, the hypothesis is rejected.
Good day everyone, we are the group 2 and let me introduce to you the researchers. They are Jeremy Justin Vico, Ediza S. Alopoo, Angelica Marie D. Gumiran, Darian Marie Ailapos, and Monette L. Nolasco. The research title is The New Normal Process in Recruitment, Its Adaptability. In the modern world, where technology and artificial intelligence are being upgraded and are being used not only by individuals but also by industries. Now, in 2020, a new normal had arisen. In the business world, wherein the human resource handles the employees had faced the challenge of hiring new employees through their computer screens only. This is being practiced by some firms already, but some are still requested for physical appearance for their final interview. Now, how does this new normal works and what does it really mean? New normal in recruitment means using technology and internet in hiring qualified applicants for a post. Through cloud platform, AI-powered analytics, and automation, online recruitment is much preferable and is easy to be used by the HRs. It can automatically filter talents that are fit to the position, and these filters are qualification, merit, and skills. Now let's discuss how the new normal started. As the year 2019 ends, people hope for a prosperous year ahead. Joyously celebrating the start of 2020, the whole world did not expect what is ahead of them. Year 2020 had given huge changes to humanity. People experienced hardships such as starvation, loss of income, unemployment, natural disasters, illness, and sadly death. In the year 2019, coronavirus disease 2019, or more known as COVID-19, had started but was unknown by the world. It was only new when reporters about Chinese officials closed the Wuhan seafood market, reported January 1, 2020, where it was suspected the virus started. As more and more people got infected because of the virus, it spread quickly to different countries.
And this is
study, the researcher conducted a qualitative research using a survey questionnaire that covers a socio-demographic profile in terms with name, job position, and company name. And to gather data from the respondent, the researcher adapted the survey questionnaire to determine the new normal in recruitment that affect in human resource department during COVID-19 pandemic. They conducted their study at Eulogio Amang Rodriguez Institute of Science and Technology, also known as EARIST, and their respondents are the Human Resource Department employee in the College of Business and Public Administration CBPA, and there are total of 8 HR staff and 30 CBPA employee. Based on their population and sampling tables as presented in Table 1, the two selected respondents are as follows. 8 or 50% are newly employees and 8 or 50% are HR personnel. As depicted in Table 2, the distribution of respondents as to age are as follows. 7 or 43.75% are age 41 to 45 years old, and 3 or 18.75% are both age 36 to 40 years old, 31 to 35 years old, and 26 to 30 years old. As reflected in Table 3, the distribution of respondents as to gender are as follows. 9 or 56.25% are female, and 7 or 43.75% are male. As manifested in Table 4, the distribution of respondents as to civil status are as follows. 1 or 60.50% are married, and 6 or 37% are single. As displayed in Table 5, the distribution of respondents as to educational attainment are as follows. 6 or 37.50% are master's degree holder, 4 or 25% are both doctorate degree holder and have earned master's unit, while 2 or 12.50% have earned doctorate degree unit.
The steps the researchers have made before, during, and after the survey, the consent letter as permission, and present the letter of consent for legal and permitted survey. Divide works, assign different companies to each member for faster progress. If the respondents agreed to the survey, the researchers will send the link of the Google form and will wait for it to finish. After the survey, the researchers will gather all the information to analyze and classify it. Lastly, the researchers will create a table for the summarization of all the data they have and create the conclusions. To compute and summarize the collected data, the statistical tools that were used are: number 1, frequency, the number of repetition the respondents response or select a response to a specific item mentioned in the questionnaire. Number 2, percentage, to determine the proportion or share in relation to a wood. Number 3, weighted mean. It is to aggregate a set of scores. It is the average computed by giving different weight to some of the individual values. Number 4, Likert scale, the data inferred by using the 5 Likert scale method as the standard, which served as the basis for the clarification of the data. The notion of the borders of the numbers presented will be used as follows. Number 5, t-test, to determine whether a process or treatment actually has an effect on the population of interest, whether two groups are different from one another.
To our recommendation, improve the implemented new normal process in HR department and the faculty. Third, create a strategic plan for improving the new normal process in recruitment. Accommodate mental illness by requesting a free counseling for the employee who are suffering mental difficulties and prevent mental illness. Completely adopt the new normal in recruitment so that it will be highly implemented for employee productivity is ensured.
Good day, everyone. I am here today to present to you the summary of the study. The assessment of HR personnel and new employees on the new normal process in recruitment as to online competency assessment rated as implemented with the overall weighted mean of 4.13. The accuracy level of also implemented with a weighted mean of 4.09. Furthermore, the coordinated the weighted 4.14.
In the findings of the study, it is concluded that first, the assessment of employees using the online competency, video conference for interview, and selection board deliberation is implemented and recommendable under the new normal in recruitment process.
Based on the t-values, there is no significant differences in the new normal process in recruitment assessed by HRD personnel and new employees. Therefore, the hypothesis is accepted. The computed t-values are first, online competency assessment with 0.3462. Next one is video conferencing for interview with 0.4094. And selection board deliberation with 0.07680. All of it is lower than the critical value of 1.734 with 18 degree of freedom at 0.05 level of significance.
Second, the hypothesis is accepted because there is no significant difference with the new normal and the old process.
The assessment of HR personnel and new employees on a problem encountered in the new normal process in recruitment as to technical issue is rated as implemented with the overall weighted mean of 4.04. While as the environmental issue is rated as implemented with the overall weighted mean of 4.14. Lastly, for the mental stress, it is also rated as implemented with the overall weighted mean of 4.04.
Third, therefore, the technical issues, environmental stress, and mental stress are encountered problems of the new CBPA employees and HR personnel in the new normal process in recruitment. Lastly, the new normal process in recruitment is adaptable.
The researchers of community economic well-being measures its sustainability.
Good morning. Community economic well-being measures its sustainability. As we all know, economic well-being interrelated to income, consumption, and wealth. Income can be used to support current consumption, such as food, clothing, education, or leisure activities. These new insights support efforts toward the great transition in two key ways. First, economic growth, which has served as a proxy for gains in well-being and a palliative for social ills, has only an indirect and limited impact on well-being in the long run. So there is no reason to pursue such growth directly. Second, the sources of lasting improvements in well-being such as trust, common cause, and compassion are largely non-material and thus easy on the earth. Last is emergent insights from this young field are already influencing economics, psychology, healthcare, and urban planning as well as the methods of the national statistical agencies that guide policy making. The goal of this study is to determine the sustainability unemployment can have long-term impacts on people and the economy overall. Specifically, the study aims to determine the extent to that Barangay 159 Tondo Manila's program service to reduce unemployment for the poor during the outbreak. Enumerated below.
We and my group mates, as a researcher, we aim to know what are the effects of community economic well-being on the barangay what we decide to study, which is Barangay 159. We also have to gather some information from the residents' experience on having this kind of problem, and we also intend to know the process. We can give and suggest to the barangay to cap up their sustainability. Number 1. How do barangay official and constituent assess the community economic well-being measure to? 1.1. Employment Opportunities Assistance. Number 1.2. Livelihood Program. 1.3. Education Program. 1.4. Food Feeding Program. Number 2. Is there a significant difference on the community economic well-being measure as assessed by barangay officials and constituents? Number 3, what are the problems encountered in the implementation of community economic well-being measure?
And materials. This study used a descriptive survey method used to be described level of community economic well-being in Barangay 159 Tondo, Manila. This most appropriate since its process do not only involve gathering and tabulation but more importantly, the interpretation and analysis of data gathered. The selected respondents are 32 or 68% are residents and 16 and 32% are the barangay officials.
On the assessment of community economic well-being measure its sustainability. The overall assessment on the community economic well-being its sustainability is 4.45. All items rated as excellent, such as food feeding program with composite weighted mean of 4.50 as rank 1. Employment opportunities program with composite weighted mean of 4.49 as rank 2. Vocational program with composite weighted mean of 4.46 as rank 3. Livelihood program with composite weighted mean of 4.34 as rank 4. Conclusion: even though they do not have enough programs for the residents and also lack of funds to aid with the livelihood programs, Barangay 159 is finding it difficult to maintain their livelihoods. Recommendation: we highly recommend Barangay 159 to continue their rug, sewing, livelihood project that offers job opportunities and income to its selected residents.
Comparative assessment on community economic well-being measure. The complete value are as follows: employment opportunities assistance with 0.09704, livelihood program with 0.07895, education program with 0.07481, and food feeding program with 0.03278, were the lower than the critical value of 1.671, with 48 degrees of freedom at 0.05 level of significant enhancement. There is no significant difference as the community economic well-being measure as assessed by barangay official and resident. Therefore, the hypothesis is accepted. Conclusion: by making program in one barangay, especially in employment opportunities, will possibly help the people have a better life. And the main problem is that aren't enough programs for the residents. Recommendation:
The research found out that having a program per resident is effectively and beneficial. Continuity of feeding program for the children to avoid undernutrition. Allocate for the education program because everybody needs education to live up their life in the future.
Encountered in the implementations of community economic well-being measured. The problem encountered in implementations of community economic well-being measured weighted as encountered with overall weight means 4.04. All items weighted as encountered, namely limited participations and support among residents and limited sponsorship with both weighted means 4.0 as a rank of 1 and 2. Limited industry partnership which weighted means 4.0 and the limited budget allocation which weighted means 4.0 as rank 4. Conclusion: Barangay 159 has less sponsorship because of their locations. It's a kind remote location in Tondo. The reason why did not advertise the sponsor. Recommendation: we propose into Barangay 159 to promote by using tarpaulin and all the contents is their good advocacy and the program for the barangay welfare and also achievements and beautifications of citizens of Barangay 159. Thank you so much po.
Every day I sing to you with all my heart. Hear my prayer, I raise them all into your hands. Come to me and keep me safe in your arms. Strengthen me to face the day for you I stand. Even there is sadness, stay with me and fill me with your joy endlessly. Lord, help me understand to follow your commands. I entrust my life into your care. My Lord, fill me with your love, fill me with your truth. Fill me with your kindness, my Lord. Let your goodness shine. Let me speak your truth. Let me be the bearer of your love. Every day, let me proclaim and testify. In your word, show me your way, for you are light. You alone, you make all wonders in this life. Heal all wounds, you don't take all worries I have. Even there is sadness, stay with me. And in your hands I hold faithfully. Lord, feel your grace inside. Grant me what you desire. I raise all my voice, Lord, sing with me. your truth. Fill me with your kindness, my Lord. Let your goodness shine. Let me speak your truth. Let me be the bearer of your love. My Lord, fill me with your love. Fill me with your truth. Fill me with your kindness. My Lord, let your goodness shine. Let me speak your truth. Let me be the bearer of your love. Let me speak your truth. Let me be the bearer of your
So now, let's move on to the question and answer portion. Again, quick reminder, our next session will be the question and answer portion for the business research. Again, panelists, Dr. Evan Tolentino and Professor Tony Crisel Malam Aguto will give their time for the preparation for the question to each group. And also, we will give time to each group representative to answer the same question in 60 seconds. If the representative wasn't able to answer the question, we will proceed to the next group. For the representatives, please open your camera while speaking, and the use of the English language is highly encouraged. But before that, let us proceed now. These are the sequence of the group to answer. First is the presenter 1, to be followed by the presenter 2, and last presenter 3.
Hello.
For the question, and now let us begin with the question number 1 that will be given by our panelist, Dr. Professor Tolentino.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you again for that presentation. No? So my question is this. So although this artificial intelligence, such as mobile payments and mobile banking, are proved to be an effective alternative for payments and other banking transactions and automation of the process, how will you address privacy issues and hacking of mobile and internet terrorists? Thank you.
Again, this is the sequence for you to answer is first one is the presenter 1, to be followed by the presenter 2, and last presenter 3. Presenter 1, representative, you may now answer the question of Dr. Evan Tolentino.
Privacy?
Sorry. In this security concern, um, we recommend that GCash must consider social media account as their confirmation security system. We all know that using GCash is you can confirm your security system through your phone. But so we recommend that to strengthen the security concern of this application, GCash application. So
we recommend to consider social media accounts like Facebook or IG as their partner or yes, a partner for confirmation security system.
Thank you, representative of presenter 1. After the beep sound, presenter 2, you may now answer the question.
Hello.
Yes,
Hi,
ma'am.
I would like to clarify something about the question given. Since the panel had said about the GCash, since it doesn't have anything to do with our research.
Okay, just to clarify, I also
Okay.
mentioned the artificial intelligence and in automation of the process. So it includes human resources department. Is that right?
Okay, okay. Thank you. I can start answering.
Yes, you may now.
Okay, so
Very
so as to the security, the privacy security of our cloud platform, we have the IT department for that case, which they will be handling. Of course, us HR will be handling the most of the documents. So we will be having encrypted codes or the pins given only to the employees that are eligible to view such files. So as long as that person doesn't have the encryption or the pin, they will not have any accession in that case. So if ever that we have been hacked, the IT department will handle it, and we will be supporting them and giving them all the necessary information for it. Thank you.
Last, the presenter number 3. You may now answer.
Hello? Narinig po ako?
Yes.
Siguro po, para maiwasan po yung ng privacy po nila, hindi po namin i-include yung name nila. Parang ang gagamitin lang po namin is yung user, respondent 1, mga ganun po. Yun po yung, para hindi po maano yung privacy nila. Sa mga respondent po namin. Thank you.
Thank you so much, presenter 3, for your answer. Now, thank you po, Dr. Elvin Tolentino, for that question also.
You're welcome. Thank you.
We greatly appreciate that. And we are moving on to our next panelist, Professor Tony Crizal Nalam Agulto, that will give her question for each presenter.
So good afternoon. My question is, since we are talking about technology software system, which is really part of, part ng life natin, or it makes our work easier. Now, what will you do to tap those target participants or customers who are not really open on using this kind of system or accept this kind of software system in their daily life? Parang ganon. What will you do? What will be your action?
Okay, this is the sequence for our question from Professor Agulto. The sequence is as before. The group 1, the first is the presenter 1, to be followed by presenter 2, and the last is presenter 3. You may now answer after the beep sound. Thank you so much.
In our situation, GCash, so we think that GCash must promote more GCash features to the people through social media, because we all know that almost all people using social media, and I think this is a very good platform for GCash to show and to promote different kind of features that they provide, such as investment, um, money transferring, uh, what else, um, insurance, and many more. So I think people is just only don't know the idea of, not all people don't know the idea of what we can get in GCash. So I think more on promotion in social media platforms. That's
Kita na ako.
Next one, number 2. Yes, go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon. We will give pre-training and seminars for the employees who doesn't have enough knowledge about the cloud platform, and that is being used by the company, and as well as we will give support for the needed equipment. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Meron po ba kaming bukod na question? Kasi parang hindi po kasi ata relate yung question sa research namin.
Ay, yeah, sorry. May tanong, sorry. Nag-cut yung line ko.
Professor Aguto,
Yep.
the secretary is asking if you have another question, because they are saying that the question is not related to research.
Okay. So,
About community po sa amin,
Yes.
well-being.
So, kasi what will be your plan? In party kasi din yung in our plan that probably may mga target tayong participant who will really resist these changes or these actions that you want to implement, or yung study ninyo. So, ano yung plano ninyo to encourage them to participate, or to make your participant be active and be aware?
Siguro po ma'am, para maging active po yung mga participants namin. Para maging active po yung mga participants namin, hinihikayat po namin sila na meron pong financial na ibibigay po para po maging active po sila. Kasi kung hindi po magkakaroon ng financial, unlike sa mga livelihood program po dun sa suggested program po namin, hindi po hindi po sila magpa-participate kasi parang nagpagod lang po sila. Kaya kailangan po ng financial na ibibigay po or ayuda para po mahikayat po sila na maging active po. Thank you.
Alright, that's what I'm asking. Okay, thank you. Saya niya.
Oh, that is much energy from the presenter tree. And we are now done for the second category of our colloquium. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much, panelists and presenters, for that significant discussions. And now, let us now call on Professor Michael Gibaga for our synopsis. Sir Gibaga, are you there?
Okay, so I will be the one who will be... Dinig ako, guys?
Yes, sir, loud and clear.
Sorry. I thought that the program is roughly an hour, but okay, just give me a moment. All right, so first I congratulate each and every one of you who attended this particular colloquium. it's been a while na nagkaroon ng colloquium in regard to research and business plan for students, because last time we have colloquium for faculty, and I'm happy that Dr. Cabreros pulled off again this kind of event, and Sir Ronald, no? Tawag dito, talagang trinabaho nila yung... Kita ba ako sa video? May video ba? Wait.
Yes, sir. We can see you.
Sorry, hindi ko masyadong na. Okay, and also I'd like also to thank Dean Gabasin for this kind of event, no? Napakaganda ng concept. And then Isabel Cabreros, thank you so much also for the seminar. I met Isabel when she was in I think high school or college, because she's one of the daughter of Dr. Cabreros, na napakagaling na Philippine normally. Also, Ma'am Tony Agulto, a friend of mine and one of my co-faculty from Arellano University, and Dr. Evin, no, one of my colleague and friend also from Arellano before. So just to wrap up and have a synopsis for this particular event. First, it's all about research, no? So research is very important, and I heard and I've noticed Isabel told us or teach us about planning, preparations, and productions. And these three P's actually are words that are easy to pronounce, but actually one of the most difficult thing that we can do or execute, because right now I'm on my research also and dissertation. Pagdating sa planning and preparation and production, hindi siya basta-basta. But then again, ang ganda ng seminar na binigay sa atin ni Miss Cabreros, ni Iza, no? Kasi sabi niya doon is we can use different RRL using digital platform. So karamihan kasi sa atin, most of us are only aware about RRL using books, journals, but now because we shift already from a digital platform, we can use different kind of digital platform, no, such as journals, IP online. Actually guys, meron ding sariling e-library ang EARIST, wherein you can also use for your researches, no? And of course, from there, I've also I'm happy that Isabel also explain about the challenges of about research, about sampling, validity data, anonymity, and of course the data that being used for the research. So medyo diyan tayo nagkatalo-talo ngayon, kasi ngayon yung mga methods sa paggawa ng research nag-shift na rin. And of course, pumapasok dyan yung privacy, data privacy, no? So, napaka-importante na sa paggawa ng research, malinaw natin na iintindihan yung data privacy, kasi hindi basta-basta gumagawa ng research nang hindi natin kino-consider yung data privacy, lalong-lalo na pag sa digital platform. Kasi napakadali na ngayon malaman kung plagiarize mo lang yung isang paper or plagiarize mo lang yung isang papel na research na ginawa mo, no? So ang dami ng ngayon apps na pwede mong gamitin, even in EARIST, no? Meron kaming ginagamit na applications wherein we can see if the work is plagiarized. And of course, anchored siya sa data privacy, kasi di ba kung kinopya at ginamit mo yung iba without authorization or without the knowledge of that particular researcher, definitely it's plagiarism already. But then again, I'm happy that we were able to enlighten from that particular part of research. And also yung pagpa-publish, no? So one of the most challenges nga na nakikita natin sa research ay yung paano natin ipa-publish, because most of the international journals na nagpa-publish ng research, marami silang batayan at hindi sila basta-basta nag-a-accept. And sometimes it takes time for you to get accepted yung research mo. So napaka-importante na dapat yung research natin is relevant and napapanahon at yung ating ginawang papel ay hindi natin kinapi or plagiarize. So that is for the research. Now for the business plan, am I correct? Business plan yung kanina, 'di ba? Business plan colloquium. Some of the students who presented their business plan are my previous student from ENTREP kasi umawak din ako niyan before. Strategic management yung subject pero yung student is ENTREP. So nakita ko na napakahusay. Who would have thought na yung mga estudyante from a face-to-face makakapag-create ng platform or makakapag-create ng business plan or makakapag-present ng business plan digitally. So that is the beauty of research, no? That is the beauty of technology now. That we were able to nail nagagawa natin ang gawa ng paraan because of the digital platform now. And lastly, yung tungkol sa research na present, yung research ng mga bata, no? So we can no longer go back, no, dun sa previous na mga transactions na ginagawa natin na literal na face-to-face ang intervention. So most of the organizations, specifically multinational and local industries in the Philippines, level up their games using digital platform. And good to hear that most of the students or 95% of the students are familiar with that. So it means that we are now already, no, na nakapasok na talaga tayo sa digital world, and that is one of the main issue, no, na pinag-aaralan ngayon. Ang Pilipino ba ready na ba talaga sa digital? Ready na ba talaga sa blended learning or digital approach? And I believe we are all ready because of this particular colloquium. So kasi ang paggawa ng research, paggawa ng business plan, pag-held ng mga colloquium before is literally a face-to-face approach. But because of what happened right now, we were able to see and witness, no, that we are on a digital na talaga. And I want to commend Doc Cabreros, Dean Gapasin, and also Sir Ronald for making this event successful, kasi hindi basta-basta guys ang mag-held ng colloquium. Napaka tedious niyang trabaho, pero again, since we are part of CBPA, I am really proud and happy that I'm the one who did the closing remarks for this specific program. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Professor Michael Gibada, for tackling the synopsis. We really appreciate your presence and efforts here today. So we will now proceed to the awarding of certifications. Again, may I call on the ever-reliable Dr. Aguida B. Cabreros to give the certificate of recognition to the presenters. Let's give her a round of applause. You may react or comment as she announces the names of the holders. Advance congratulations to everyone.
Okay, thank you to all presenters. Thank you to all the technical team. Thank you to Sir Ronald, and thank you to Sir Gapasin, our beloved Dean of CBPA. And of course, the chairman and co-chairman of the 76th CBPA anniversary. Okay? Nasaan na bang ating certificate, Miss Melody?
Wait, ma'am. You guys, sir, please flash the certificate now. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you to all presenters. Until next year, for the second Research Congress of the CBPA. Okay, now I will read the Certificate of Appreciation for, wait lang. Okay, sorry for some technical ano namin dito. Okay, Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to the 3D Gallery for sharing the valuable knowledge and expertise as a business plan presenter in the CBPA Research Colloquium with the team evolving together with the digital ship moving ahead to the new normal. Given this 4th day of March 2022 via virtual, signed by our Dean, Dr. Willie Ogapasin. Thank you and congratulations. Okay. Certificate of Appreciation is also awarded to group of Centaur presenters for sharing again the valuable knowledge and expertise as a business plan presenter in the CBPA Research Colloquium with the team evolving together with the digital ship moving ahead to the new normal. Given this 4th day of March 2022 by a virtual, signed by our Dean, Dr. Willie Ogapasin. Okay, another Certificate of Appreciation is awarded to the presenters of Rise and Shine for sharing the valuable knowledge and expertise as a business plan presenter in the CBPA Research Colloquium with the team evolving together with the digital ship moving ahead to the new normal, given this 4th day of March 2022 via virtual, signed by our Dean, Dr. Willie Ogapasin. And the 4th presenters, it goes to the Tata Patsilugan for sharing the valuable knowledge and expertise as a business plan presenter in the CBPA Research Colloquium with the team evolving together with the digital ship moving ahead to the new normal, given this 4th day of March, signed by our Dean, Dr. Willie Gapasin. And last presenter goes to the Certificate of Appreciation to Vehicle Wash for sharing the valuable knowledge and expertise as a business plan presenter in the CBPA Research Colloquium with the team evolving together with the digital ship moving ahead to the new normal, given this 4th day of March 2022 by a virtual, signed by our very own Dean, Dr. Willie Gapasin. Okay, thank you. Wait lang, sandali. Sorry na, mahina kasi. Okay. Thank you very much, okay, for the cooperation and time given by Dr. Avin Tolentino for our research colloquium. This certificate of appreciation is awarded to Dr. Avin Tolentino for sharing his valuable knowledge and expertise as judge in the CBPA Research Colloquium with a team evolving together with the digital ship moving ahead to the new normal, given this 4th day of March 2022 by a virtual, signed by our Dean, Dr. Willie Ogapasin. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Tolentino. Colleagues ko rin yan in Arellano University before. Congrats, sir, and thank you rin po sa pagtulong sa amin. Again, we go now for another certificate of appreciation to my co-faculty in Arellano University is awarded to Professor Tony Crizel Nalam Agulto for sharing her valuable knowledge and expertise as a judge in the CBPA Research Colloquium with the team evolving together with the digital ship moving ahead to the new normal. Given this day of 4th day of March 2022 via virtual, signed by our very own Dean, Dr. Willie Ogapasin. Thank you, Ma'am Tony. Okay. Dali lang po, Pause for a while.
So now, let's give a moment of silence for sincerely using our faith and accepting Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. Let us now speak to the Lord after the tiring days that we had. May I call on Professor Ronald Doroteo for the closing prayer.
As we end this day, let us put ourselves into the holy presence of God, into the holy presence of God, in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Almighty God, we thank you for the work of this day. We may find gladness in all its toil and difficulty, its pleasure and success, and even its failures and sorrows. Help us to look always away from ourselves and behold the glory and the need of the world, that we may have the will and the strength to bring the gifts of gladness to others, that with them we stand to bear the burden in the heat of the day and offer you the praise of your work for the earth and all its people. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. May the Almighty God bless us, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen.
Let the EARIST music fill the air. May the echo our spirits rise. There's a magic that will still our hearts when we sing.